Oh, these songs are actually fire, man.
Podcast it. What is this? This isn't a gaming. This is what, entertainment, comedy.
People and blogs.
People and blogs. Yeah, I think maybe.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Non-profits and activism. News
I just realised, even though I've got the music on, everyone can still hear me. Let me just turn my mic down for a second while we're beginning. Hey, my names. In fact, I'll keep it on because I'll be set up in a second. Just setting up my names, me and Georgie boy. Just get a little bit stranger.
I just realised they can probably hear this exactly the same.
This music is sick. Da, da, da. Whoa.
Normal latency.
For non-copyright music, George. Everyone thinks it's a fashion show, guys. This is a podcast. I just need to change all the, the settings.
Likewise, I should be live as well now. Start video transmission. Yeah. I need to check my live stuff. I have my chat with you. I was open your chat as well. I love how much this kills my computer.
To be honest, I don't think I want the Facebook stream on.
Nah, I deleted mine before and straight uploaded it to YouTube instead. Because my mum had my Facebook. I'm like,
How did she get that?
Huh?
How did she get it?
Because I fucking shared it, didn't I?
Your mum.
Yeah.
Okay.
My mum is my friend on Facebook and I shared it to my own Facebook.
Well, I shared it to my own Facebook, but I only shared it to like 10 friends that I would, actually follow.
No. I made the mistake of actually sharing the...
I shared it to Izzy, she didn't even follow, but she followed you. Sad. I'd have said that.
Hey, Jack. I'm taking my bureau back sign off. I'm also a little bit lazy. I don't know. Something's different.
What's changed, George?
Storage space. Huh? Okay, I have your stream open.
I've deleted it on Facebook, so it's just going to be on YouTube. Alright guys, looks like we are live. Well, we've been live for 5 minutes, but I wasn't ready, so that's basically what I'm saying.
Like for 1 minute 19. I need to make sure I muted yours so it comes through.
Look at the chat, we got so many people here. How you doing, everyone? We were supposed to have a guest on, guys, but... What?
How's the audio sound, guys? Can you get some input on audio?
Alright. So we were supposed to have a guest on, guys, but, yeah. The guest hasn't come on, so maybe next week. Because this is a shedcast, George. We don't like each other now, it's good. Let me just get the comments up on my phone, because it's just easier to manage. Oh yeah, let's turn this music off as well. Let's turn the music off, we've started now. Let's get going. Alright, George, so George has prepared a lot of stuff for us today, just in case our guest didn't come on.
Not as much as usual.
I had some stuff, but I can't have the display capture on because capturing your face, so... Yeah, I just started the stream, Grace. Today we're doing podcasts. We already did fashion show this morning. This is a shedcast.
Did you not do it as...
Hey Marlon.
Display capture, you can fix it to one window rather than...
Yeah, but I'll fix it to two, George. It just looks funny like this. Look how blurred my text is. Oh, this is quality. That's the charm of this podcast. Marlon wants to go on the podcast.
No quality podcast.
Hey Fortnite Dominator. I have thought about it. Like, if we can't get guests on, why not just interview the subscribers? Like, because some of our subs live in, like, South Africa and all different places. I'd kind of like to know, what different places are like. You know what I mean? Should we get into some news, George? I've prepared a couple of news stories, so we might as well start with me. So I'll start with a bit of gaming news. Can you guys see this, or do you just see George's head still? Let me know.
No, you're zoomed in on the news.
Yeah, I'm zoomed in on the news. That's perfect. Marlon wants to be my guest. We'll think about it, Marlon.
Why did you do it like this and not a pop-out window and lock it to Discord? You've done it so weird.
Does it work though, George? Is it working? All right, so
that's the question. Does it work?
that's what this podcast is. Does it work? Can everyone see the news? It seems so zoomed in. What's going on? Oh my god.
God damn, man. God damn.
Well, this is a good start.
Does all the audio sound okay?
Yeah.
Are we fine on audio?
I'll just. Well.
How can I hear your screen?
This is going to be hard, George, because I kind of need to be on the news to talk about it.
Why didn't you just write it down? That's what I did.
Because I thought it would work. Well, the first one, George, I was going to talk about was Cyberpunk 2077 getting an update on the PS Store, which I bet you've already got written down.
No, I tried to avoid because there was quite a lot of news about it, and I decided maybe not to. I saw TJ. I did see that you became a member. Well done.
We just need to get George 1,000 now, and then you guys can become a member on George's side of things.
So we've got a couple of things gaming related, but like nothing super.
It's basically just me and George having a chat today because our guest didn't come on.
In fairness, it was kind of our own fault. Like we left it last minute and went, oh god, we forgot to ask.
Well, I'm busy, George. So you could have went and asked him.
Don't talk to me. I'm a video game streamer.
Exactly. But hey, if we don't get guests, we just talk to ourselves.
Hell yeah. Well, if it's called a chat, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you guys can ask questions.
You want to talk about Cyberpunk? About the update? What is it?
Well, that's what was on that news article, George, which I was supposed to read out by using the chat window. Next time I'll write it down.
Yeah, that's why I've always got a notebook.
Yeah, but I've been writing all day, that's the thing. Why is that fancy ass notebook, George?
I know, it's nice, isn't it? It's got a burden in it. Cool.
We should just interview Brocky every stream, because that's kind of entertaining then. No, this isn't entertaining, I'm just saying. Start, George. Start chatting.
Okay, I guess I'll start with my news stories. So there's Bethesda are currently making a new Indiana Jones game, which is the first Indiana Jones game since I think the Nintendo Wii. Why have you done this?
Let's get around, George. Hey, Jigsaw.
All I can see on my screen is 2 knees. 1 knee is enough.
And that one's bigger. And the funny thing is, George, that's the opposite side. Yours is on the opposite side. That's why you talk to yourself. Thanks for like Jigsaw.
Oh, god damn.
It looks like you're reading a bedtime story. Carry on.
Bethesda are making a new Indiana Jones game.
Yep.
In collaboration with Lucasfilms and the design studio that made Wolfenstein.
Yep.
Which led to a lot of confusion because at the start of the trailer for it, it felt like a Wolfenstein game until like they went to they scrolled across to where the whip was, and then you're like,
It's so much more entertaining, George, when you look like that.
Apparently, I'm quiet on stream.
I can fix it.
Boost me.
Take it away, George. The floor's yours.
George, beans. That's because I'm good at balancing audio.
Yeah, I fixed it, George. You're louder than me now.
Alright, sound.
I can't give a straight face when you look like that. It just makes me laugh. Everyone left the stream, George, because of your face.
It's probably the low quality. I'm seeing nothing but 1 pixel. It's so low quality, it's unbelievable. So yeah, apart from that, a couple of games have been pushed back.
What happens if I do it with me?
Oh, what's he doing? I'm scared.
Turn around, George. just testing things.
Oh, okay. You just mess about. So the Hogwarts Legacy. What are you doing? Hogwarts Legacy, the Harry Potter RPG, has been pushed back to 2022. They didn't really say why. I think they just need more time to work on it. They don't want to do a Cyberpunk and push it out too early.
I'm never going to get a job as like a video producer, I'm telling you. Because I keep playing with the screen.
Yeah, you just live editing videos. Like, making... So that's been pushed back till 2022. Did you see that starting from today, Call of Duty Zombies is free to play until 21st of January?
It's cool seeing my name in the bottom right of the stream. That's because you're our latest member. My name's. That's my lunch repeating on me. This is such a professional podcast.
I mean, it was until you started messing about with it.
Yeah. No wonder none of the guests come on.
Yeah, and none of the guests. So, apart from that...
You look like a CBBC presenter. You look like that, sitting in the corner of the screen.
Listen, alright, it's when I start doing sign language. I can't actually do sign language, I'm not going to pretend.
Can I do floor is lava with you? We're not doing any more Fortnite today, bro. This is a podcast. Well, it's supposed to be a podcast.
It's supposed to be a podcast, we're just chatting for a bit.
That's probably what we should rename your podcast to. It's supposed to be a podcast.
It's supposed to be a podcast. I mean, I quite like my name of Now That's Podcasting, but sure,
if you read my chat, George, I'll find some interesting stuff.
Okay, I'm reading your chat. I've read your chat. It was just that easy.
Have you ever watched the Ricky Gervais show?
No, I don't like Ricky Gervais as a comedian. I don't know why.
And they used to do a thing called Monkey News.
And what's that?
That's basically news about monkeys.
Oh, okay.
There's been an adorable baby monkey born at Colchester Zoo, but is yet to be named. Do you think if everyone on this stream sent in the name George, we could get it changed to George?
Well, then the name of the monkey probably
yeah.
Curious George.
Carry on, George. I will get some good stuff.
God damn it. Okay. In sort of hacking cheating news, Bungie and Riot have joined teams to punish a cheat creation studio that's called Gator Cheats. Apparently they've cost Bungie and Riot millions of pounds in income. I don't know how. Probably through boosting services, maybe. I'm not really sure how them cheating would cost them money.
Yeah.
Unless they're talking about the games being returned because there are so many cheaters. But anyway, they're going to court because in Destiny 2 and Valorant, the cheating thing is so bad that they've decided it's a need to do, which is bizarre for a video game development company to actually sue.
Callie.
Huh?
Callie's here, I'm just reading some of the chat.
Hey, Callie.
So what? They're suing. Who they're suing?
They're suing Gator Cheats. I know, very interesting, TJ. It's great. It's weird because there's never been. I don't think there's ever been a case like this. I know that in the past they've blocked accounts rather than going to court with just the creator of the cheats. Because in I know especially in PC gaming, the cheats are really easy to make. You can create an AI to do it, or you can mess about with.
I think people like that
something learning
PC really mess. Them ruin the fun of gaming.
Yeah, I mean, I know that I watched a video the other day about RuneScape because
cool stuff, and then leak it.
Yeah, in the past, I know that companies like Jagex have done these things where they've got bots to report themselves, and they've got all these systems in place to stop botters, but it doesn't work because it's so easy to make them. You can literally just have an auto clicker do something, or you can have you can have machine learning to make bots is a thing now. I know that, especially in RuneScape terms, there are
Why do I look so different
neural.
on your screen, man? It's really freaking me out.
Because what do you mean?
You're right. It's like a less pixelated version of me. Like to the left of me. On your screen, I look like a Microsoft Paint version.
I think it might be my connection. Honestly,
there's no like detail in my face.
Yeah, you look like your picture in your Facebook.
It's not George.
So I know that recently they introduced neural networking into the botting community in RuneScape, and I know this because I watch a couple of RuneScape creators, and they had some like behind the scenes access of these things, and having these things learn how to do things better than humans and doing it quicker and more precise and with less danger, I guess. You've just cut me off by doing that.
Sorry, George. I'm trying to get something on the screen.
You big oaf. So yeah, that's how I feel about cheating. Really, it's. I mean, I understand why some people do, and I understand why it's a big business, but for them to take a development company, who the hell is that?
I might.
I forgot how terrifying it is. Oh man.
I might just make that my camera from now on.
Why don't you make that like a face mask? You can cut around the face and just have it follow your face around on camera. So yeah, that's
you don't get this on any other stream, guys. You know.
You don't get midway through conversation. While we're talking about incredible streams,
I was rewatching the stream we did last week with Rocky, and my brother pointed out it's like half time you were speaking, one time you spoke, and I was like, "Oh, Rocky, tell us about the ring in the middle of the sentence." That made me laugh.
You do it a lot. You always interrupt me. It's like I'm here to be the co-host, and you're just. Speaking of high quality streams,
yes.
I don't know how to say his name. I'm gonna call him the Greg, but there's an F in there, so it's the Grefg. He hit 2 million consecutive viewers, or like
the Gregs.
Yeah, Greg's the bakery.
Imagine if Greg's had a gaming channel.
They probably do, you know.
Hey Franklin.
KFC have one.
Hey Brenda. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. We need all the help we can get because our guests cancelled on us today. So
KFC have a gaming channel. A lot of American, hey Dubsy, a lot of the American,
Dubsy in here
like fast food restaurants have gaming channels because it is just a huge business.
Have you seen the new KFC console?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I'm not a fan.
Well, that's just going to be a phase, isn't it? Remember when, like, what was it, PlayStation used to have a console where you could cook eggs on?
That was just the PlayStation. You could just open the panel of that and that would do it.
I don't think it was. Someone fitted a grill onto it. They fitted a grill and they were making eggs.
Honestly, the PlayStation got hot enough that you probably could do that without actually changing too much about it.
I reckon with the PS4, you could actually convert it into a jet engine and just put PlayStation engine into a plane, and it would work perfectly fine.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be a bit slow, and it'd run quite hot, but I'm sure it would work at some point.
Wow, we got 12 people. We need to say hello, George.
You
say
look
like Elon Musk.
Then
everyone
G,
tells me that.
So the Gref G.
Mr. Cat is back in the chat. Welcome to a podcast, guys. This is a very high quality podcast we're doing here.
So it's Gref G. He hit 2 million viewers in one stream with Fortnite. He had a Fortnite skin.
Be us one day. Shed, you streamed that video, helped me out so much. You're welcome, Dubsy. You're welcome.
Yeehaw, Dubsy. Yeehaw.
I need to do more of those sort of videos because I want to help you guys learn how to stream and stuff.
I mean, you say it like you know. You've made me so goddamn stretched on your capture. It's insane.
Yeah, but George, at least I know how to do it now. If I want to stretch George, I can have a stretch George, you know what I mean? Look at this, guys. If you want to stretch the camera, all you got to do is hold shift and then you get a big old face. It's really cool. Have we got any more news, George?
I do, but somebody keeps interrupting me with tales of being a streamer. I'm just getting like flashes and stuff.
Flashes?
So
What do you
hopefully
mean?
that doesn't. It's doing the grey flash again.
No. I hope that doesn't cut us off.
Yeah, so he got 2 million viewers because he got a skin of himself in Fortnite.
Maybe there'll be a Shedwood skin one day. It could look just like that image. You know, they've created that
like Elon Musk.
Yeah.
So the reason why this is like interesting is because there really is a huge untapped Spanish audience, or a Spanish-speaking audience.
Say to it, George, why is there 108 people watching? What has happened?
Bro, I don't know.
Is someone sub-botting us because it doesn't look like there's 108 people in the chat?
Probably. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. But there is like a huge untapped Spanish audience because like American.
I don't know, George. Fortnite's kind of worldwide.
Yeah. Fortnite is, but him in particular got that much of a viewership because he speaks Spanish and he's pushing himself at the Spanish audience. I mean, he is Spanish, and there's a lot of like Spanish speaking.
What's his name? He held the record. Dr. Discord. Was it his record that he beat?
Disrespect, and it wasn't disrespect either.
It was Dr. Discord. Oh my god.
The one who was like second was QDC, and he's streaming 11 hours a day, 7 days a week, and fucking Grefg come out of nowhere. Well, I mean, not actually out of nowhere. This is just like in terms
Don't forget to like the stream, guys, because we've only got 6 likes. We've got nearly 200 people.
Like 30 hours a week, and he gets more viewers and more subscriptions. Hey, Brenda. Yeah, and he gets a huge audience each time because he has the Spanish speaking audience to like lean on. Whereas, I mean, the English speaking streamers.
Can I just say something about Spain, George?
Of course.
The candy, the sweets in Spain are proper good. Because I ordered one of them.
Thank you for that great interruption of my story, man. I'm so glad you popped in there with the tale of sweets.
I did ask George. I do have a candy video going up, guys, about Spanish sweets. So I thought I'd plug it here as George talking about Spain. I don't know how he got onto Spain. Well, I do.
Because the streamer, the reason he got 2 million is because he's an untapped Spanish audience.
Is that these really nice white chocolate rings, and it's like heaven. It was so nice. Probably the best. You know, like snack crates. Probably the best one I've ever had. But carry on.
God damn it.
We got to stretch this out for a couple of hours, George. So I might as well, add some stuff in there.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. So the English streaming audience is already like quite saturated with all the American streamers and all the English streamers, whereas all the non-English speaking channels still have quite a lot of audience potential compared to the English ones. Especially on Twitch. But exactly, TJ, that is one of the main reasons. Brazil itself is bigger than like a lot of places, right? And there are so many people living in Brazil.
There is a lot,
especially in Rio and stuff.
Speaking countries and English speaking. I wouldn't say there's a lot more than English speaking. I think English is the main language. But
country wise, there are more Spanish speaking countries.
And how do you know this, George? How have you come across this information?
In English, trusting TJ is what's happening.
Let me just search it up.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, it's taught to us as a second language a lot of the time. That is like the main second language. But I know that Spanish-speaking countries, they have a lot more people in compared to English.
Well, the number one
China as well.
Most common language is actually Mandarin, Chinese, which is actually one of the hardest, I would say. Not that I've tried to learn it, but we have a lot of Chinese friends, and to be honest, half the time I don't understand the word they're saying.
It doesn't help that the alphabets are so different.
And then it's English, and then it's Spanish, George. So Spanish is actually third. Can you guess?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm giving fake news. But in comparison to like stream-wise, there are so many people that aren't on Twitch.
George is just like, oh, that guy in chat said it, so we'll believe it. Alright, George, carry on. I made my point.
You've ruined my flow. So I mean, places like Brazil, Portugal. No, yeah, Portugal is Spanish speaking, right? Or is it Portuguese? Portuguese. Ignore me. Like they're all very similar languages, and there's not a huge streaming community for them. I know that there is a streaming community. Clownfish voice. What the hell was that?
Nothing, George.
That scared me. Yeah, so that's all I have for Spanish speaking. Are you trying to add that to me? So I'm now that. What are you doing? Mans need to stop.
Hang on. Okay. Carry on, George.
Fine. What have you done to me?
I've not done anything.
Okay, fine. I trust you this once. So we're back onto gaming news. Really, really hyping this one out. Pokemon Snap, new game, based on, or I guess not based, but a follow-on to the original, the Nintendo 64 game. Beautiful game, brilliant. So the fact that they're bringing that back, I think for the Switch, most likely. I don't know unless they bring out another thing before April. It's got to be the Switch. So I think they probably use the same controls as the Let's Go series. With
So what was the
because
game,
they have to
George?
the Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon Snap. I've never heard of it.
It was a picture. So it was a picture-taking game on the Nintendo
Hey,
64.
chicken.
You take photos. It's a photography game basically,
On the
but
Nintendo
it's of
64.
Pokemon.
Had the Nintendo 64 have the software to be able to take photos?
Oh, it didn't. What you do? Do I have my?
I probably look like that photo of me in the corner of your screen.
Probably. So it would, the way it would work was you just control the camera instead of the thing. You'd move on at a steady pace on like a track.
It's just like,
And
you
you just
know,
have to take
PS1, they
pictures.
had VR, didn't they? Like really, really
Yeah.
early. But it didn't
Same
work.
with GameCube. Game Boy, sorry. Game Boy had the Virtual Boy,
They
which
had
was
it
the
and it didn't work
goggles
because
and
the
the whole thing.
technology wasn't there at the time. So they couldn't do it justice.
The Virtual Boy is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. It's awful and it gives you headaches and stuff, but it's so cool that they thought of
It's
that
like
back
something
in
we
the
would
80s.
make.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we
It's
were
such a really
smart
cool
enough.
like concept as well.
Guys, don't forget to like the stream as well if you want more shedcasts. We need to get at least 10 likes. If by some miracle we get 10 likes, we might do another one. I think what we need to do, George, is if we can't get a guest on, we should wait until we get a guest, and we'll do these like chat ones like every couple of weeks or so, 3 or 4 weeks. Depends on how they go down. But I need to actually write some news down next time because my because obviously I can only capture the screen, the display, and if I go on the display,
Why did you
new display,
do the display capture rather than popping out the thing and do a window capture, which is what I did?
Yeah, probably should have, but it's too late now.
I mean, you could easily just fix it. It would take seconds.
No, we'll carry on like this, George. Kind of funny. Thank you, Chicken Life.
Okay.
Chicken Life.
So, Gotham Knights. It's
A Batman game.
yes, it is. Yeah, and it's. I guess it's an RPG, but they're
Did you hear
They
that
released
Star
it.
Wars has they've got their rights back?
Don't interrupt. I might have it written down.
Why are you looking
son
up
of a
there
gun.
for? Where are you pointing?
Because I mean, I'm looking up there because I've got two screens. And one of you's up there, and the camera's there.
You know,
But-
you're over there, George. You're pointing to
You.
me. Oh, actually, that works.
Yeah. They're making it so that it's got AFK
Yes,
leveling,
I remember. Yeah.
so that when you're not actually on the game, it will level your character slowly, which is interesting that they do that. I think it shows that it feels like that makes it a more relaxed game than if you had to focus on leveling. The whole AFK sort of stuff is pretty big at the minute, especially on mobile games, AFK Arena and stuff, and AFKs.
So is this going to be on PS5? Because there's always a decent Batman game, isn't there, on PlayStation?
Yes,
Every couple of years, we
PS5
always have a
and
good Batman game. And Batman games are
potentially
always
Xbox.
solid. They're
Potentially
always
Xbox as well,
solid.
but I mean, it's not a follow-on from Arkham.
I don't think there's ever been a bad
Knights.
Batman game.
Oh, that has. I've had it. It was
What,
on
on
Game Boy.
64?
It was atrocious.
Well, from PlayStation 2 onwards.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't think there's
So it's a completely separate like storyline, and I think he might play as villains, but I'm not 100%.
So the Gotham Knights, aren't they they're like a family, aren't they, in Gotham? And is it connected to Batman, or am I thinking of something else? Am I thinking of like the Court of Owls or something, or is that something?
Oh, TJ's fact checking for us.
Yeah, you can be the
Yes,
fact
it's
checker.
WB Montreal. Yeah, I've got that
Why
written
doesn't
down.
TJ come up as a green icon in my chat? I think so.
Because TJ's a member.
I know he is, but I'm not getting his green text on my phone. Gotham Knight is an upcoming action role-playing video game based on the DC Comics character Batman and his supporting cast. The game is being developed by Warner Brothers Games Montreal. That's
Montreal, yes.
Said, yeah.
It's just, you know, they've recently just said as well that it's a solo or it's a drop-in, drop-out co-op, which for a Batman game is great, especially with it, like the whole dynamic duo thing coming from Batman comics. The fact that you can just drop in
George,
as duos.
Batman Battle Royale. It's completely Batman.
You mean Fortnite?
Based. Well, yeah.
You mean Fortnite?
Batman isn't Fortnite. But imagine just a Batman one. Or just
I mean, how would it work?
Well, imagine
It'd be quite
Injustice Battle Royale.
That would be quite good. We should send that into
We've had
Warner
that
Brothers.
before. We've had it.
Not a Battle Royale, no.
There was a online game, a DC Online or something. I don't know.
There was Marvel versus Capcom, and there was DC versus.
It was DC Online.
DC versus.
That's not the one I'm talking about, George.
No, but that's what I'm thinking about. I know it's a fighting game. I can't remember. Anyway, so technology-wise, Razer, the peripherals maker,
I've seen that they're making something new, aren't they?
They're making a smart mask, which is cool. But I feel like by the time they're shipped, maybe all of this is over. But I like the idea anyway.
And what does it do?
So it's sustainable plastics, so it's recycled stuff, and you've got LEDs and filters here.
Cost a fortune.
That's what I thought as well.
The thing is, people are just going to wear it on their stream, and it's just stupid because you're just going to be affecting your air quality if you're already inside. What's the point?
Well, no, the thing is, they've got filters on the cheek pads, and their LEDs on there as well. But it's also have like an inbuilt microphone and speaker, so you're not muffled.
It's just going to be
the front of it
item, though, isn't it?
Yeah, the front of it, like this part of it, is clear plastic, so you can see, which is great. Except it's a bit late in development. I mean, it's they've done all of this work to make masks before. They helped build a lot of the protection, the PPE for the NHS and stuff. They delivered like a couple of million. What have you done? A couple of million free masks and stuff.
Oh, mate, you stay quiet and then you like address it. You're like, what's going on? What's he doing now?
It's the easiest way. It's just just question you every time. So I mean, it's a cool idea, but I think unless they actually do some more designing on it, like cosmetic wise, because all it is like a see-through mask and then some speakers and some LEDs.
You know what I love about Razer? My favourite thing about Razer is their products, like the way they package things. Someone the other day asked what my camera was. I think I got the box here somewhere. But the way they package things, even my mouse might have bought for them. Like, look at this packaging, George. And they package
it's the same with
Elgato.
Elgato's packaging.
So it's actually a Razer
really
Koyo. Yeah, Elgato's pretty good. But you get a free sticker. I've got two of these.
I didn't get. I got a free Elgato one when I got my capture card, but I did not get one with my Stream Deck, and I'm disappointed. I'm sad and disappointed that I did not get a free.
And then it's like, it's almost like a like a jewelry box or something. The way they do it, like they got all this nice foam and everything. Like you could literally put the camera.
This is not a product placement, by the way. This is not a product placement.
If you do want to sponsor me, Razer, in fact,
please.
I've already got a Razer affiliate code. What am I talking about?
Oh, it must be me that isn't getting any money out of anything.
By Razer, but I never use my code. Also, they have this thing that you can pick it up with. This little tab.
Really pushing. The packaging, he's really pushing it.
The packaging is so nice, but they are expensive, but worth it. You even get this nice little note. Look at that. I don't know if you can read it, guys. Probably not, but
No way can we read that.
you know, I'm just saying their packaging. It's just so nice to receive that. You actually feel like you've got a really good product, and it is a really good product.
Yeah, it shows that they care about their products more than a lot of like. So my webcam is the Logitech one.
In the fashion industry, it reminds me of Gymshark, because if you've ever received anything from Gymshark, you get it in like 3 different bags with like a nice little letter and a postcard and everything. I think in today's society, you have to be like that as a company. Like you can tell they really
care about your products. Yeah.
Even the mouse mat, which was a cheaper product, I think that was like 15-20 quid, but for a mouse mat, it's not really that bad. Even that come in the similar box of this, and they all follow the same vein. But I think that packaging is mint.
So you can tell that we're design students, huh?
Yeah, I've even kept the box, which normally I would throw them away, but I feel like I should keep the box just because it's so well made. I just thought I'd bring that up just as we have to pass the time.
I've kept my MSI box as well because that feels like
Let's have a look at the MSI box then, George.
Oh, it's buggering over there.
This is product design with George and Chet. Hey, Panda.
It's over there somewhere. I'm not going to grab it.
George, we actually hit 10 likes. I don't believe it. We're getting 10 likes on this.
Are you white? Here's a question for you. Are you white, Shedwards?
Here's your answer. We're using that camera, by the way, guys, if you want to get yourself one. Use code Shedwards _ in the Razer app. Of course I am, bro. Look at me. I look like a ghost.
He's very white.
I look like a ghost.
While we're talking about technology, have you heard about Xbox controllers not being rechargeable?
No.
Do you know why they're not rechargeable?
Look at. Can I just say, look at my names with those badges. Oh my god. Carry on, George. Gotta point that out because he just looks so cool in the chat, man. You know what it is with me? When I'm not playing games and we don't have a guest on, it's really difficult to focus because my mind just goes
yeah, I know.
But why they're not rechargeable, George? Have they followed suit with the PlayStation?
What the PlayStation done? What is the PlayStation reasoning?
Well, the way we plug them in, you know, the way we just go.
No, it's nothing like that. So they've done. They had a contract with Duracell. They've had a contract with Duracell, so they're not rechargeable batteries.
What about if Duracell happens to bring out some rechargeable batteries?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, you can buy the rechargeable batteries, but straight out the box, they are not rechargeable.
Oh, yeah.
You have
That's
to
the thing.
AAA,
you know, people just go out and buy them anyway. I have an Xbox controller, and you can buy rechargeable batteries. Exactly, George. But what George is saying is basically
when you cap.
What he's saying is they've teamed up with Duracell, so any package controller now, you're not going to get batteries with it. You're going to get Duracell batteries and not rechargeable. But if you go out and buy them, you're going to have to spend extra money. It's the same with the iPhone. I'll never buy an iPhone because I don't like what they do because they keep reducing all the stuff you get in the box. You know, taking the charger brick away. I know they say it's to reduce packaging.
It's called something obsolescence. Where they force it. I can't Yeah, planned obsolescence. It's so stupid of a company to do that.
It's not even that though. Like planned obsolescence, yeah, it happens. I'd say these phones, they could actually last 10 years. But
yeah, absolutely. I mean, my phone has lasted me 5 years.
And because everyone gets a new phone every year, you kind of have to buy one. But I'm disappointed with the fact that they're removing the charger brick. They've got rid of the headphone jack. So
what cameras have you got? It's a Razer.
I've just shown this on stream. You guys
yeah, well, it's mild, isn't it? Man, don't pay attention.
Razer Kaio, I think they're
the Razer Kaio.
Really decent camera for the price.
You can plug it in, right? But
if you do happen to buy one, Marlon, make sure to use Shedwards _. I think you get 10% discount. I'll have to search it up for you.
They're absolutely rechargeable, but this is for the Xbox X, is it called? The new one, whatever the new Xbox is.
But what I was saying, George, is like, you know, like the iPhone, every year they're trying to reduce something about the phone, and then you have to pay more money. So the headphone jack was first, now you have to buy £200 earbuds, yeah. Then they had they got rid of the jack, so if you want to use the jack, you have to get a separate connector. And now they got rid of the charger brick. Everyone needs a charger brick. So I know it's saying it's reducing packaging.
Imagine 10 years ago you got a phone and it didn't have anything in it but the phone. you'd kick off.
My
And it's
brother's
only
just
because
got
it's
one,
Apple that people
and
aren't
Abby's just got one.
stupidly mad.
And I'll tell him, like, why are you getting that? I always get Samsung. I'm never going to get an iPhone. Well, it might happen one day. I do actually have an iPhone 6, but that's a different story. That's my watch. But what I'm saying is, like, that's really bad customer service. Like, because you know how much they charge for their power bricks online? I swear it's like £30 or something.
Yeah, I know. And they're making it so that you can't fix them by a third party thing. You have it has to be a
That's the
recognised
worst.
Apple.
That's the worst one. Apple's just going downhill, I think.
Yeah, I mean, since Steve Jobs went away, it's been slowly going downhill.
Hey, Alfie. He had a voice changer. It was so funny. I'm making a vid on it. Xbox Series X, I think, is what it's called. Xbox Series X.
So, you know,
Hey, Tyler.
they're not rechargeable. You know,
That's
crazy.
cool, Alfie.
And my last bit of like gaming news that's taken us 40 minutes to get to.
40 minutes.
Star Wars.
Jesus.
Yep. Crazy, right? Ubisoft is making an open world Star Wars game.
I didn't think we'd even be able to stretch this out to half an hour, so... Ubisoft's
So
like
open
the
world.
original creators, aren't they? Didn't they do it during PS2 or something? And they used to make really good games, and then EA bought the license.
I can't remember. It was, yeah, EA always are
Hey,
really
Ghost.
like awkward with licensing.
Bro, I just got an iPhone X. How's the charger brick, mate?
So having an open world Star Wars actually sounds like a lot of fun.
Didn't we already have one?
Not an open world one.
Battlefield 2
That's not open world though, is it? Really?
online.
It's online. Open world is in like imagine like a
How long
Skyrim.
is that going to take
kind
them
of
to
game.
make?
Hmm?
How long is that going to take them to make?
A long time. They've not even set a release date on it or a questionable release date.
Guess
It's just
what, George? A new character's coming out on Power Rangers
know, I
Legacy
saw.
Wars. I used to actually
saw it,
play
innit?
the mobile version. I've not played the PlayStation version. I don't know how this guy knows that I'm interested in Power Rangers, but I don't know where that comes from. It just pops it in there. If you guys have any more gaming news that we can discuss. Now, this whole world Star Wars, George, is it going to be like Red Dead Redemption, or is it going to be like on a different?
I'm
scale?
hoping
'Cause that's
it's more like
huge, Red Dead Redemption.
Skyrim. Because that would be really cool if you can just like I mean imagine like in my head it's Skyrim crossed with what was that space game? The one that went really badly?
Destiny.
No.
No Man's
The
Sky.
open what? Yeah, No Man's Sky. Imagine like a cross between No Man's Sky and
I love Star Wars
Skyrim. That'd be
too,
such a great game.
We got a question, George. What are your guys' thoughts on the new shotgun? I love it. I think it's amazing. It's just like the pump.
I've not
George
used it.
doesn't know because he's not even got on Fortnite today. You might have used it yesterday, George.
I might have done. It was
Got the tape round it.
yeah, I got killed. Yeah, no, that's the one I got killed with. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
I
yeah.
like that.
Woo!
That was
I got
George's
killed.
first ever kill on Fortnite yesterday.
I wouldn't say it's first.
The
We've
street
definitely
sweeper.
killed people before.
He was a funny
That was my
griefer,
last
but
bit
still
of news.
It's sick, the new shotgun. I love how people keep trying to take us off tangents because I always read the chat and
I know.
then George gets so rattled.
That's me out of news. There was nothing much this week, really. There was a lot of tech
Okay.
stuff, especially with Razer. So they said they did a live stream of new products and stuff, and a lot of AMD stuff. It's all computery, CPU kind of stuff, and I figured maybe
Do-
not right.
The Razer do green screens.
Razer do, yeah, they do
I need to
like
get a
pop-up
green
ones.
screen, but I don't know what to get because I see an Elgato one
I mean,
in game.
do you know what mine is? Mine is literally a blue bed sheet stuck to the wall.
But George, I like to be more high tech than the blue bed sheet.
Yeah, but when have I even had it? My light is literally on a microphone arm. My mics are on the same arm, and there's a hairband so I can connect a monkey. So I can be like, go back, I want to be monkey.
He's got this like little string system that's connected to his stream deck, so when he lifts a piece of string, it puts the correct GIF on. PS5 obs. Hey Ghost, PS5 or Xbox Series X? Obviously PS5 for me.
PS5
I always
every day.
stick. I always stick.
I
my
mean, we've
companies-
been PlayStation fanboys for a
I've
long
been
time now.
PlayStation fanboy since I've been like 5. Guys, let's get more likes. If we hit 20 likes, then I don't know. It's been a success.
Then congratulations.
Somewhere.
We can talk about, I guess, why we like PlayStations.
Haven't we done
I
that
don't
in
know
every
why.
single stream?
Yeah,
Talk
but
about our
like,
first games and stuff. Oh yeah, I can add to this. Just give me a second.
go for it. So I got gifted a PS1 as my second console. It was my like.
So guys, you know last week when I said I ordered a PS2, well,
Oh, you finally got it.
yeah, and I have some games as well. I could have went through all the games individually, but I probably won't do
Should we
that.
do a show and tell? Hang on, let me stand up and
Should I just go and get all the games I bought?
stream. Just don't
Let's
look
do
for
a
a second.
game review as we got nothing else to do. Just give us a sec, chat. You know, this is so like impromptu.
As you can tell, we are professional streamers.
There's quite a few of them.
Oh, what are we doing? PlayStation 2 games? Are we just getting PlayStation 2s? Is that what we're doing?
So, guys, I've been buying stuff online. PS2 stuff,
Man's
PS1.
been on Wish.com.
Not Wish. I was going to get a PS1. You know, the person I bought the PS1 from, they didn't send it out, so I have to get a refund.
Really?
But I'm going to show you guys all the classic games I've bought. This is a classic game review, so enjoy. And George is probably going to do the same thing. How many games you got to show us, George?
I mean, this is
the
all
PS2
the classic.
that I
PS, this is
bought,
my PS1.
which I think I paid £60 for. Actually, not really that bad. But what I've also bought is this.
Did you get the
little-
slim? Is it the slim or the fat?
Yeah, I used to have a Slim. And you know my Slim, when I had it originally, mine had a dodgy cable, yeah. And it was supposed to be sent back to the factory and I was supposed to get a refund, but we never sent it back. Because they used to catch fire, the Slims. And then
I'll just pinch
and
my
then I
finger
thought, you know
in the
what?
thing.
I thought I'd buy another Slim. Just in case I want to burn the house
Yeah.
down. You know, so
Why not,
that's
you
my
know?
PS2. And I also bought this little piece of kit, which I was talking about last week. Basically, with this, connect this up to my HD 60S. And that means I can stream PS2 games for all you guys. So I might as well show you some of the games and you can let me know what you want me to play. So,
Actually, yeah, let's talk about games because
if you look over here, chat, you see that big old pile? You see that big old pile, George? These are all the ones I've ordered.
no, I can't see. Oh my god, man, you've gone
So,
overboard.
I have gone overboard, but you know I like to do things properly, George. PS1 games as well. I got some interesting finds. Chris Karma's Soccer. That might be
Chris
one to
Kamara?
play. Chris Kamara, yeah.
Cammy,
Soccer game. PS1.
I didn't realise Cammy did a game.
This
That's
is
incredible.
why would anyone want to buy FIFA, Jordan? You can buy Chris Kamara's Soccer.
Honestly, I bet it plays better.
So yeah, I don't know where I've got this from. I think this was in the cupboard. Oh, you know what, George? It's funny you bring that one up because I've actually accidentally bought that twice.
The same one.
Yeah.
You were supposed to get
I
Hit
couldn't
and
get
Run.
Hit and Run because it was too expensive, but it was supposed to come in one of the bundles.
Hit and Run is super expensive,
I got
right?
Rainbow Six on the PS1. By the way, guys, if you do want me to play any of these, then I will. Someone texted me.
This is a classic.
Auto 3. I need to get the Grand Theft Autos. I've also got Prince Nassim boxing.
You picked the weirdest ones.
I've not even ordered these, George. These were just in the cupboard. I've not gone out and thought, oh, you know what I want to buy? Prince Nassim boxing and Chris Kamara's Soccer. I've actually got a really rare game here. I used to have a Jackie Chan game,
baby.
and it's £50 now online, George. Is anything being said in the chat, George? I've got carried away here.
Nothing much.
X-Men 2, Mutant Academy, PS1. If you guys
Yes,
want
that's
to
a
play any
classic.
of these, we can make it happen. I've ordered that as well, George.
Nightfire.
So what I can do is I can go through them, and if you pick up any games that I know anything about, we'll talk about them. About the Simpsons game, that is a really good game, by the way, the one you got. And Simpsons Hit and Run is even better. That's my favourite ever PS2 game. We
Hit and Run is a
touched
great
upon
game.
this in every podcast, but and then we're showing them. So I think this is actually more fun. Harry Potter, I was going
It's
to
been
get
a great
that.
game. You can have this one.
What is this? ECW Hardcore Revolution Wrestling.
Man, you know nothing about classic games until you see what I've got in the wrong case. Gran Turismo, baby.
Oh god.
What a
Gran Turismo
good
5 on
game.
PS3 is a baller. But you know these PS5 games? PS2 games, you can actually get them really cheap, bundles for like 15.
Yeah, maybe that CX had them for like 50p. Like
they used to, George, but they took all the
I
price
think-
up. Oh,
Well,
look, we got
really-
some comments, George. You've not been reading them out. I like to
Yeah,
edge up.
GTA
Thank you,
Classic,
guys.
that's
I've
all.
still got PS2 and I've got Crash Bandicoot for it. I need to get Crash Bandicoot because there's some on the PS2 that have not been remastered.
I've got so many Guitar Hero games. I
I've
won't
got
give any.
Knockout
basically.
Kings 2000.
Okay, here's where it gets a little bit out of hand because these are not my games. But
You
sure.
know what though? I did sell all my games for my PS2 and PS1 and got rid of them, and now I'm like I want to collect them. All the Sims. The thing is,
All
I
of the
used to
Sims
love
too.
playing Sims. I remember one of my gaming stories when I was younger. I went out and bought Sims, and I got another free Sims game in it. They put 2 in the case, and I was.
Oh,
loving
hang on.
that.
Before we go on about any of that, this is
I was loving it.
the ultimate game.
How much
Do you
is
wanna
the
guess what it
PS2?
is
It's about £60, Alfie. What is it?
Do you want to guess what this is first before I tell you?
How can I guess what it is, George? You got such weird taste.
It's my ultimate game.
I don't know.
I like adventure games
Zelda. Skyrim.
on PlayStation 2. I also like Pyramid Tits. There we go. That's right. It's Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Tomb Raider's a classic. So you played the PS1 with the triangle tits or whatever.
Yeah, that's. This is the remastered one, I think.
Oh, is it?
This is the anniversary. It's got
Am I putting them in the same pile? George, here's one for you. Look, James Bond, The World Is Not Enough on PS1.
See, that's great, but I've got I have that on 64 instead. The Nintendo 64 plays that so much better than a PS2.
Now, this
PS1
game is a real classic, and if it was in mint condition, it would be worth a fortune. Wu-Tang Clan, PS1.
Classic.
These are really hard to come by. This is a very rare one, just like the Jackie Chan one I had, and this is worth about £40 if it's in mint condition. Probably I could probably sell the game at that for £20 to be honest.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I've got what I've got a little drawer with
How much is PS1?
with 64
PS1's
games
about
in.
30 quid.
I've got
But you won't be able to play Fortnite on it, Alfie.
Pokemon Colosseum.
Get them out then, George. Crack them out, man.
I can't. They're behind the camera, and I can't move the camera to
They're
go.
holding the camera up.
Um,
Mayhem. Wrestling.
so in my 64 collection, I've only got like 4 games or something on 5 games because I sold a bunch. So it's The World Is Not Enough. It's GoldenEye.
I've got a lot of Bond
007.
games that I've bought. I don't think I bought GoldenEye
The
yet.
Bond ones are really good. I mean, the only
when I
problem
used
I've
to play
got.
PS2, George, I used to play 2-player, and we used to run around the map on The World Is Not Enough, I think it was, and just kill each other.
So this game is the worst game
What's
known
that
to man.
one?
It doesn't even run. This is Tomorrow Never Dies. Do not buy
Well,
this
that's actually
game. It
broken.
doesn't
What's
work.
the best console? For having the most fun on, it was always the PS2, because you never had to worry about online, you never had to worry about any of that. But, you know, obviously PS3, PS4, every generation...
This is a
has its
classic PlayStation bug. There we go.
But back when we didn't have the well, we did in PS2, we could play online. We didn't really have the capabilities to do it, though
network
most
access,
people
right?
didn't have it. So PS2 was obviously the main game console. Like,
What's the best
for
console?
me, PS2
PS2
is
or
my
PS3?
childhood.
For me, it was PS3. I've got so many PS3 games. If I was to get my
Someone's
collection,
actually
of
remade
PS3
the
games,
PS5,
like,
you know, in a PS2 version.
probably I've got this many.
You know what
times
you
2
should do though,
PS3
George? You
games.
need to get one of these pieces of equipment, these HD video converters, and we can do video game races again on PS4.
I've got my Roxy. My Roxy is fine.
So we got.
Speaking
You know
of
what
which-
everyone's hyping up FIFA 21. What you really want is
Cammy-
ISS 98. I think it's international soccer.
Yeah, IS is international. It was a Japanese.
Oh, look at this one, George.
Sport, right?
007 Racing.
Ooh,
You know,
classic.
The
So
thing
I've
that
got-
annoys me about PS1 games is the cases are always in the worst condition, man.
Yeah, so these are my PS3 games.
I've not even spoke about the Call of Duties. You know what I went to do as well, guys? I went and bought all the PS3 CODs, like you got there, George. I went and bought all of them again.
They're really not expensive either.
Second-hand
I
shops and
mean,
stuff.
the most expensive one was Modern Warfare 3 for me. I think that cost. I can tell you how much that cost. I've got to go here.
So,
But it doesn't have a sticker on.
potentially, if the Fortnite starts to die off, me and George are either going to switch to PS2 games, or we might just go and do some classic.
I mean, I say I would
PS3.
switch to PS2 games, but
My PS2 exploded.
Exploded. How'd that happen?
the connector port broke.
Hey, yeety yeet. If you're a mod, guys, can you not let that guy come in chat? Right, let's get onto my PS2 pile, which I've been ordering. This isn't PS2, this is PS3, but as I got Narnia on the PS2, I seen this steelbook of Narnia Prince of Caspian, and I thought I gotta buy it, man. You know, we should make this a series, George, where we just like show off our recent buys and random crap. Because this is kind of
Well,
a
you
fun
say
part of the
recent buys.
podcast, isn't it?
Most of my stuff is old. Like
But you know,
the most expensive game I bought,
Black Ops.
22 second hand, Black Ops 3, 22 quid.
Actually,
That was
George,
insane
It was
to me
probably
when I
Modern
first-
Warfare, but you got that for free, didn't you?
Modern Warfare. Yeah, because I won a competition.
And then you gave that to me, so I gave you the new card.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
If
Like,
I-
nowadays, you can share games on PlayStation. Can't you? You can finesse the system. You couldn't do that back in the day.
Yep.
All right,
Back in
George.
the
Let's
day.
go through the PS2 games. Then I've got about 50 of them. I've been buying stuff, man. Jesus, this should bring us up to 2 hours.
I'd be surprised if it didn't, to be honest.
All right, George. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm watching.
So half
watching
these I've
it.
never played. So we're gonna test George. You might have played them. Why does that say PS? Oh, PSE2. I thought that said PS6. I'm gonna say.
You're like, oh, I've been conned. I didn't buy the PS6. Oh, shit.
Warriors.
The stacks
Might
have
and
fallen.
Magic. Warriors of Might and Magic. Is that any good, George?
Never heard of that one. What is it,
Me
Batman?
neither.
Looks like
I've never
Batman.
heard of it. It's not Batman, George.
I bet it looks like Batman. Look at the front and tell me that doesn't look like Batman.
It does look like Batman.
That is Batman. What are you chatting? That is Batman.
It's not.
What is it?
I think it's like a Magic game. A Magic the Gathering.
Oh, well, Magic the Gathering.
I think so. I noticed how everyone's left the stream now. Do you guys not find this interesting? I would find this really interesting if this were me, but you know.
Yeah, what they didn't see was me nearly knocking over every game I've ever owned, including the Wii
On
games
the
which I
extra
brought
mile
over.
in this podcast. Now this is a classic. All you kids won't know about this, you know.
Oh yeah, I forgot your
all
audience
you
is
guys
like
won't know
two.
about any of these. So, Alfie, you know, if you are going to get the PS2, then just listen up. You know, Midnight Club.
Oh, hang on. While we're on Midnight Club,
That is an absolute classic, and that's why it's in
that
the grey
is.
box.
I got the second one, also a classic.
Yeah, Midnight
They are
Club was great.
brilliant games.
That was before Forza. This set the road for Forza. Midnight Club. Classic game. Ratchet and Clank.
Never played it. Seen the new one looks really good though.
I used to enjoy them on the PS2, but these days, I don't know. Not as big of a fan of Ratchet and Clank. Same with Rayman. Like on the PS2, I used to enjoy them, but now not so much.
I really like the Wii Rayman, which I've
I
got
seem to
probably
have
in
this one
this
twice.
next to me.
Some of the games are in a bit of bad condition, but we have International Q Club. I don't think I would play that, to
Snooker.
be honest. This went from a podcast talking about gaming to show and all right.
About gaming.
Me names.
Okay,
It is
okay.
show and tell about gaming, yeah. But the thing is, our guest
You've
gave
not
up on
seen the
us,
Wii
so
games I've got here yet, my guy.
this shows how you know, resourceful me and George are. You know, we've done this in the spur of the moment. Kind of my fault, really. But you know, that's kind
Yeah,
of how I
somebody brought them up on PS2s, and this is how it
am.
happens.
Superman Returns. I got to
Also, never played it.
What I love about
rarely play
PS2
PS2.
is the fact that every single movie had a game.
Oh yeah,
So if you're a fan
Even
of
before-
Superman, Batman,
even before that,
you had
since
Batman
the
Begins,
Atari, there have
everything.
been.
Some smart ass thought, you know what we should do? You know, we're going to sell our games. You know, like E.T.
Random,
Just put it
yeah.
in there. The E.T. game actually failed and they buried all the copies, but if you got one of them...
I wish they did. I mean, they couldn't sell it, but imagine owning the original ET game. Imagine how much that'd be worth.
Why did they put a random fist at the bottom of the bloody game? I keep thinking the disc's ripped. Look at this, George. Look at the artwork. You see in that corner? That's a fist for some reason. I think they've just like cropped the movie.
Yeah, they've just cropped like him flying. Yeah, they have. They really have.
I think
That's
this is
lazy.
a good game now. I feel like I played it before. What does it say? This is gameexchange.co.uk. Is that still a thing?
I don't think that's a thing anymore.
Just like Blockbuster, not a thing. We're too old, George. We're too old for this. We're too old for this life. I'm casually sat here with a Pepsi and some popcorn watching this. At least TJ's enjoying this. I knew you would because you come from
TJ.
George's channel.
TJ, you will have no idea. Like, when
No,
I start
what
going
is
for the
this
PS3
one?
games, that's when you know.
I don't even
That's
know
when
what
you
this
know.
one is, so this will be interesting. Oh, we got some gems in here. Oh, this looks very scratched. The Sims
This
busting
game
out.
also doesn't work.
Is that a
which
good
one's that?
Sims game? Busting out. Is that dancing?
I don't know. I don't have that one. I've got Sims 2, Sims Castaway, and Sims Pets.
Has anyone ever done a podcast show and tell before? Or have we just invented it?
I mean, it's definitely been done before, but
FIFA Street.
not by two absolute idiots.
Who's on the front of this game? Is that Ronaldo?
No.
Who is it?
You might mean
It is.
Ronaldinho.
Oh, it's Ronaldinho, that's the one.
Ronaldo is not that colour.
Shut up, George.
While we're talking about movie games,
I
let's
literally
go to
bought this
the
bundle
best-
just for this game.
The best movie game.
You're totally wrong. You're wrong, George.
I'm right.
I won
I'm
up
right. You play as a pirate. What
The
is that?
Incredibles. This was my childhood, George. This was my childhood. This was my game. Like when I was younger, I used to play the crap out of this, and it was a
I
pretty good
respect
game.
that.
I think this is the first time that I got introduced to button tapping as well. Because every time you did something in the game, like if you wanted to move a rock or something, you'd have to like triple tap
Spam
square
it,
like a
like
million
the
times.
Lego game, right?
But if I do PS2 streams, guys, this is coming on there. This is happening. And this is kind of the point of this, is me and George showing you the game so you can comment in the
We're trying to gauge
the
your reaction.
description.
Yeah.
or in the comments section and let us know what games you want me to play. Because if George has got a game that you guys like, I can go out and get it. Modern Warfare 2. Skyrim. What? Look at your green screens, turn them like invisible. They look so much better.
Yeah, it's because they're blue. Yeah. If I was to tilt it like this.
Every one of these
Hang on.
PS2 games seems to be movie games. I've not even cracked out the PS3 collection.
I've started my PS3 collection. I didn't buy any of these games. The PlayStation 2 games were all gifted to me by a friend. No,
PS3
they
game.
didn't gift
I mean,
to
they're
me.
all
Sorry,
pretty cheap,
I
aren't
traded an Xbox for a PlayStation.
Did you hear about Andrew's story? He made his friend buy an Xbox off him for like 200 quid that didn't work and didn't give him the money back.
Jesus Christ,
So
man's an ass.
all these
Anyway,
movie
Skyrim.
games. Guess what this movie game is? Jim?
This was given to me for free by a friend. Skyrim. I still love this game. Skyrim is one of my favorite games. It's one of my go-to when I like lazy, relaxing.
I've
game.
not really ever got into it. I think
You can
I've got
borrow it if
free
you
on
want.
the
Like,
PS4.
I'll
I think
literally
I've got
send
on
it
the
to you.
PS4. I think I have it for free, but I've never played it. In fact, I think my PS4 come with a Skyrim.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Skyrim's a great game.
If it has come with Skyrim, then you can obviously download it. If you got a fast card, but Madagascar. I love how you're coming with Skyrim. I'm bringing up Madagascar, guys. I do own newer games. These are just ones.
He doesn't. This is it. This is it. All of mine have prices on because I get them from CX.
We should
for the
do
cheapest
one
I
where
can.
we look through all of our PlayStation games. Is anyone still actually watching, or is
Assassin's
it just me
Creed
and George?
Free.
I feel like it's just
I
me.
think
and
it's just
George
me and you. We're having a nice
so far.
chat.
Now, I didn't actually want this game. I don't know why they put it in, but sometimes with bundles you get random stuff. Can you guess what it is, George? You probably love this game.
Probably. What is it? You absolute
You got me
goblin.
down. High School Musical, bro. Got the
So
book
I never played the original of this game, but I bought this
gotta
because
get
at the
your head
time I
in
was
the
doing a lot of
game.
zombie games.
How's it go, George? Get your head in the game.
This.
Oh,
I
that's
never
supposed to be
played
a
the
really
original
good one.
game.
Did they bring a zombies game to number 2?
I don't think so. But this is a really weird game to play, having not played the original
Names is still there.
Red Dead. It's because when we were like getting sort of views on Twitch, it was zombie streams. So I then moved on to other zombie games like Undead Nightmare. What was the other zombie one?
The thing is, when I imagine Red Dead Redemption, that's what I imagine. Zombies.
Dead Island is the other one. We played Dead Island for ages, or I did at least. I love Dead Island.
Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3.
I've actually got all the Spider-Man now. You heard about
Listen,
Andrew's story, Miss George. Jesus Christ.
The thing is,
Skyrim.
you sort of get numb to Andrew being Andrew after a while. Like,
Yeah.
you learn to expect the worst for him.
Unexpected. This is definitely your game, by the way, George. He's just bringing up generic PS3 games. Get your PS2 game back out, George.
I've been through them all. That was it.
Here's me buying 100 games. I should get the PS3 out. Or the PS3 games. But I've left one in my brother's room.
Anyway,
you,
Skyrim.
George.
Let's talk about Skyrim. Boogie.
I've never heard of this game. Seems to be in the bundle.
I've seen the artwork. I don't know where I've seen it, but I recognise the art for
I
that.
really want to do, like that. Is it Mystic who does gaming unboxings? This is kind of what he does, and it's really interesting. It's kind of, it's got.
Yeah, the thing is, they know about
what.
what they're doing. We're just here talking about games that we've got.
Basically, just tries to
who
collect
knows where.
every game, basically, from all the PlayStation generations, which is what I've kind of been doing.
Okay, before we move on to the next game,
Spider-Man 2.
let's just talk about mine. Is that Spider-Man 2? Christ.
Yeah. That movie.
That's a terribly good game.
That movie is one of the best movies ever made. Spider-Man 2, best superhero movie. God of War, the original.
It's not the original, it's the third one.
Or the third one.
This game is something else. It is the most gory game that I think I've ever played. Which is
but
really
how good
weird.
is it, George, when put up against Spider-Man 2? I need you to vote in the comments, guys. Not that you guys have ever played any of these games.
Easily God of War. So you could tear people, like you were fighting giants, and you could tear their nails off. Like
I haven't played any of them. I've got one of them.
It was
on PS4.
it made me feel like I like. You know what I mean?
There's a game with a gory scene in, but I don't remember what it is. There's quite a few of them. Oh, you know what's about? You know what's a good horror game?
Oh, here we go.
It's on the PS4, but I can't remember what it is.
PT?
You probably heard of it. Is it Outlast 2?
Outlast. Jesus.
I don't know whether it is. I might be wrong. Oh, your grandpa passed away. Sorry to hear that, Tyler. What made you want to start streaming? Because my brother was streaming and I thought he was doing a terrible job, and I thought I'll beat him because he started doing Minecraft streams, and I thought, you know what, he's not letting me play, so I'll do it myself. I had like 300 subs in like a week. Smash Cars. Don't know what that's about.
I've never even heard of Smash Cars.
This is like freaking Farming Simulator on the PS2. That's kind of the sort of game that is. I would imagine.
This game does not work. They build games that don't work.
And you still
Fallout.
bought it.
Well, no, I really like Fallout. I like the Fallout series. I like playing Fallout. My cousin had it, and I played it for ages.
A Simpsons game, as you said earlier.
Yeah, same one.
It runs way better. But this is still a solid game, you know.
Oh yeah, it's
Why
kind of
don't
like
Simpsons
one of the ones.
make more games? Why don't they make more games?
I think there's what is it? Is it licensing from Fox? Probably might be an issue.
Junior board games. You see these bundles you get, guys? Junior freaking board games. I hope you guys are enjoying this random stream. It's supposed to be a podcast. Borderlands.
It will go back to being a podcast soon.
Look at the price.
1 and 2. Yeah, exactly. £2.
1 and 2.
It's
£2.
worth it. 1 was £1. 1 and 2 I got for £3 in total. Really good games.
I've not done that question justice though. Another thing is, like, when I started streaming, actually talking to people, interacting, made the gaming more fun. Which is,
it absolutely does. Like, if you're just sat here monging on your own, it doesn't feel as good as chatting to someone in chat or chatting to someone in game. It really makes it more social, which is a huge thing when you're sat at home alone playing these games for fun, having the option, not even having like being forced to do it, but actually choosing who you can talk to, made a big difference in my upbringing. I don't know about
Me
yours.
and George, you know, we've always kind of streamed together as well since like uni. So you know, it's kind of fun for us, something we do together to stay in touch as well. Look, X-Men 2. This is actually really good. Wolverine's Revenge, George.
I think I might have played that.
Guess who this is made by?
I can't read it. It's really blurry.
Yeah, you're supposed to guess, George. That's why. Could be
Oh,
wrong.
I'm assuming it's Fox, is it?
No. It is made by, as we've got a little pad in here, Activision.
Oh, it's Activision. Nice.
Activision was making X-Men
Just
games back in the day.
This game was the first game I played since Harry Potter 1 or 2 with a friend in real life.
He's on the floor, man. It's not supposed to be a comedy. He's recorded a video for us, George. He made his friend buy an Xbox off him for like 200 quid.
Just the Jesus Christ, anyway, Skyrim.
Didn't give him the money back.
Jesus Christ.
That is quite
Hands
funny.
and ass.
Anyway, Skyrim.
There we go.
Why is he keep rewatching the same bits? George, I'll send it to you so you can watch it back. That should,
yeah,
that should be your donation noise.
Jesus Christ.
Can you get that into a sound file, George, and I'll put that as a donation? International Q Club again. Let's get that one.
Battlefield 4.
Now this is why one of the reasons I got the PS2 again. Rocky. This game. Now, if you play Tekken, guys, this is the OG. Well, it's not because Tekken.
Before we talk about Rocky, let's talk about Battlefield 4. I hated this game.
Favorite movies as well, by the way.
I hated Battlefield 4. I really loved Battlefield 1 and Battlefield Bad Company. Those two games were so fun. Like, it was so janky and the music was great. And then you go on to Battlefield 4 and it is trash.
Guy.
Battlefront was Battlefield
Played a
Bad
bit
Company.
of like Battlefield 3. It's weird, isn't it? Because Call of Duty's always had a competitor. Like,
Yeah.
it was Battlefield back in the days of like Modern Warfare 3, and then even further back, which you're gonna get to in a bit. You know, Call of Duty 3 happens to be right here. You know, back in these days, what game is it, George? Come on,
What?
Medal of Honor.
Oh, is it Medal of Honor.
Used to be the rival to Call of Duty.
It
And
still
Medal of Honor
is.
actually
Medal of Honor
come
is still a big game.
It's not a big game, George, because it died. They've not made any more in the series for years and years. Call
No,
of
but
Duty
people still
killed
love
it.
that game.
Yeah.
Medal of Honor is still like a really
Call of
like,
Duty did
cool
end
one.
up killing the game, really. So, Medal of Honor, I think, was actually one of the first shooter games, though. That was the predecessor to Call of Duty. Which
I don't know if it was the first. I know
It's one of
that
them.
Doom was a shooter, and that was on maybe Atari, maybe P. I think Doom might have only been on PC, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, Skyrim. You
Doom
can't
was-
make that up. Chill out.
This is like my final game until I go into the Nintendo Wii. Dead Island, such a good game.
Yeah, Dead Island was a solid game. You can buy that for like £5 at the end of the generation at PS3.
Yeah,
Like that.
it's really great. When the PS3 faded
Spider-Man
into
1.
PS4, that was when I went into CEX and just bought loads for like 50p.
Mhm.
Like most of these came from like the last few months of the
That's kind of you
PS3
guys,
cycle.
you love a bargain. You would wait 20 years for a game to go to 50p.
Oh yeah,
Ghost Rider. That looks like a
Rampage. This is what that film was based on.
Is it?
Yeah,
I don't think it is, George.
it is Rampage.
I
Rampage.
don't believe you.
The entire story
On
of
a
this
Nintendo Wii
is
game.
great.
It's actually
Well, I
from
mean,
the Monster Universe, isn't it? From Godzilla and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's what this is. Like, see you later, Tara.
What's up,
Um,
Sarah?
The movie is based on these games.
That's
Rampage is
about
like
a million,
a
like.
series of 3 or 4 games, I think.
This has
but-
become a Charlie different. Oh, Charlie different. I was just reading the Charlie's Angels sign. I said Charlie different instead of entirely different. All right.
So are we on about FIFA still? Are we?
Charlie's
Send me. That was such a terrible film. So bad.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Didn't they remake it? I think the remake was supposed to be terrible. FIFA 09. What's that? All Play Edition.
Hell yeah!
does all
So you
play
play
mean?
as bobbleheads. So you'd go into multiplayer and it'd be bobblehead, like that. That's Rooney. You can tell because his ears are huge.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's back
a
when they did
really
the FIFA
fun
packs,
game.
isn't it? That's when they didn't have Ultimate Team, so they had bobbleheads. It was on the
Oh,
Wii.
this was one of like the coolest things.
You know what?
Like,
I just realised your picture on my screen actually looks like a Nintendo Wii bobblehead.
so, I mean, you had like the realistic for solo play. Like, it would look like a FIFA game, but when you went to multiplayer or co-op, oh, it was so funny. And the music is really catchy as well. That's one of the things I love about Wii games is the music is incredible.
I got another classic for you, George.
All right, hit me with it.
Rocky Legends.
I don't know what your obsession is with Rocky, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
love
know
that
that.
film, George. One of my favourite franchises. Shed,
How do you add a stream
how do
load
you
out
add a
without
stream
getting
load without getting premium on Streamlabs? What do you mean?
What do you mean? You can always
Stream loadout.
do your own.
Do you mean
Do
like
you mean
these
overlays?
Overlays. These overlays, you can get
There-
free ones. These are premium ones. but
There are
these
free ones. There are free. You have to look for them, but there are.
Did you mention
free
this one
ones.
earlier, George?
Huh?
See if you can snap me with that game. 007 Agent Under Fire.
I don't think I played Agent Under Fire. I played.
one you showed?
No, I played.
Oh my God. Look at the graphics.
Nightfire. Dude, I know. I'll tell you what. I think I've seen that one before. So because my dad was a football coach, someone had left that game in his bag.
And you
Because it was like the kit bag.
Ended up being one.
So no one came to collect it, and like till like a week after. But that is where I played that game
For a week.
twice, I think. Yeah, basically a week I
You
had
borrowed it.
of that game.
Well, why did they put it in your dad's gym bag in the first place?
I don't think they did. I think it fell out of their bag into it. I think.
Into his...
Do you want to see a real? Here's a real classic. Zumba. This is my sister's.
Can you match me with this one, George? Does she still play that?
Hell no.
Does your Nintendo
That's why it's up
still
here in the
work?
collection.
I feel like everyone in your house doesn't care about old video games. It's just you.
I don't know. It's me. I love them. Hold on. Hold
Watch
on.
this one. Tell me
Wait a
about this
second.
one. I think this is the one where you get the online mode. You can be like mini tanks and helicopters and everything. This is a solid game. Is it the exact same one? I believe it is. Again, look at the graphics.
Yeah, that game is great.
We're going to
I
be
mean, the
playing
quality
these
is
guys. That's why we're
atrocious.
talking about them, by the way. Not all of
quality
them.
is
I
all-
know we're playing High School Musical, you know. But,
I thought we agreed on that. I thought we definitely said we're playing High School
yeah, I
Musical.
thought that was the race. See if we can get to. You got to get your head in the game. Oh, Indiana Jones. I don't mind playing that. Are you also going to do
This is-
Wii games on the channel, George?
Wii games. I would. I've got the. I literally have the cable for it, so I could do it. But it's a
Let's
case
just
of.
get a question in chat as well. If we do these PS2 gameplays, playthroughs,
Would you watch?
you actually watch? Yes or no?
I might play all the Borderland again because I really enjoyed the Borderland games.
And also another question: would you want
Because-
me talking over the game, or would you want just game audio?
Or both.
I
There
think
is
this
an
might
option
actually
to
be a
easily do
decent
both.
I don't know. For a 23-year-old me, probably not. But I will be playing Incredibles, so. You know.
If you could,
Oh,
because
did I
what you
tell
can
you a
do
good
is you
story
can
about
record the
Incredibles
audio on a
and
separate
Andrew?
layer.
I forced Andrew to come watch Incredibles 2 in the cinema. And
That was really good. I enjoyed Incredibles
I
2.
really enjoyed it, but Andrew didn't want to watch it. So what they did is they sat Andrew at another part of the cinema because he picked different seats, and he was sitting next to a woman and a screaming kid for the whole show. Sitting there really enjoying it, and he comes out and he goes, I said, mate, where did you go? And I was sitting down there. He said, I can't find you, mate. I can't find you. So I went and sat down there. And I said, you've been sitting next. He said, oh, you know what? There was a woman and a screaming kid the whole film, in the whole thing. And then we also watched Skyscraper, which was another good film. So we watched 2 films.
Now
Edward
the
said yes.
Dwayne the Rocco Johnson.
This is brilliant, George.
Skyscraper.
2 people out of 2,000 people said yes on my channel, so now I have to do it. I feel
Nice, now
obliged.
you've got to do it.
This is one of my first experiences of the PS2, this game. So I find this really good because last week we actually talked about this, like different games, but now we're actually showing them. It's more physical.
Yes.
But this one, Tarzan, my friend had a PS2, and this is the first game I seen him play. It was Tarzan, and he let me have a go, and I was like, I need to get a PS2. We're talking probably 2003, something like that. When did the PS2 come out? 2001, 2000? I don't know. Around that
I'm not
time.
sure. I got some on these days, so I can tell you like.
But
Oh no,
Tarzan,
I didn't write down what they were.
that was one of my first experiences. I also remember playing the iToy and washing windows in the early days. Now this, George, Guitar Heroes again. How many of those have you got?
A lot. I really like rhythm games. They're
We
really
used to
fun.
play Guitar Hero on the Wii back in school. One of the teachers had a Wii in the classroom. We used to go there.
I really like rhythm games
Great
like that.
time.
Like it.
This come with a bundle, George, and you wouldn't see these anymore because we have the internet. But it's called Explorer. Wanna beat the game? It's got all different game cheats in there.
Oh, I miss game cheats, bro.
Yeah,
I
used to have
miss
the books
game
and stuff in there.
cheats.
Look at the games you can get. Tomb Raider A4 AOD. What? Tiger Woods 2003. If you want to beat that game, hit me up. I've got the cheats.
Oh, AOD is the anniversary edition, I think.
Oh. You know, you used to talk about FIFA, George. I got FIFA 07. Really
I mean, my one was 09, I think.
I do have newer games, guys. I just want to keep reiterating that. This is just some new games I've been buying because I've kind of got back into classic games. Oh my god, look what they've given me, George. Bloody Guitar Hero they put in there. Was that Cars?
That's such a great game.
But this
That
is,
one is the game. That is the game.
Legends of
I
Rock.
have that twice because I stood on it and broke it once.
Legends of
That's
Rock.
so good. Legends of Rock
I've
is
got, like,
the
all
best.
Ozzy Osbourne
era.
and everything in there.
Yeah, that is the best.
I don't have a guitar though. But I think you can buy it. Like,
I haven't got the PS2 guitar. I've got
now this
two.
is the original Star Wars
Guitars.
Battlefront 2, and apparently the best one. I
That
think
Battlefront 2
back,
is the best one.
This is back when Ubisoft made the games. I
Yes.
think. And this is when
Which is, I'm kind of hoping they are working on that kind of style again.
Although I did like the new Star Wars games, I haven't played the new one, even though I own it. Because
Yeah, we got it free with the
Rayman Rabbits. I think
Thing,
I
right?
played that, George. That was actually quite fun.
This is a brilliant game. So the thing about Wii games is that they're not
Discord noise. It's annoying.
intense games, but they are really fun ones. They're all aimed at like young adults and teens and stuff, and that makes a great game when like you can shoot rabbits with some plungers.
Ben, he just got back to me. He said, "Do we still want to do it?" I texted him said next week.
Yeah, we'll do it next week.
Yeah, because it'd ruin our flow. We can't just go from talking about PS2 games and introduce our guest. FIFA 08. You know that Harry Potter game, George? I think that one on the left, my left, that the other one. That come with my PlayStation 4, and I sold it straight away.
See, this one, like I enjoyed them on the Wii because you could actually do the movements with a thing. I don't think I could sit and play this kind of game without it being
The original one's better, I think.
the PS1 ones. Yeah, I've got them. They're really good. I've got 1 and 2. They're like my go-to relaxing games. Them 2 and Spyro are my favorite PlayStation 1 games.
The problem with muting Discord is I don't know what Discord is going off.
And if he mutes it, he'll end up muting me because I'm also technically a Discord tab. I think.
Yeah, that might
I'm on my final game. This is my final game, I think.
I haven't even got my other games. I've just been doing the PS2 ones, but Wallace and Gromit.
Is that Curse of the West? Oh, that's a great one.
Have you played it?
No, but the
Look
film's
at the
great.
game
And it's
company.
based on the film. It's got to be brilliant.
Kamani.
It's Konami. Oh, that's going to be great
Didn't
then.
they make like
Konami
Donkey
do
Kong
all
and
the.
stuff? Or was that something else?
Uh-huh.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Konami also do a lot of classic games.
Classic Call of Duty is yours, I got ya. Call of Duty 1 and 2. I mean, Call of Duty.
I didn't bother with
1 and
them.
2.
You
went back
can't
and played
aim
number
on one of
George,
them.
And you should see. There's a guy, and his hands look like squares. Like square. I thought that might be your last one, George. Did you actually pay 15 quid, George? Is that the first time you actually paid over like £5 for a game?
Yeah, but I didn't pay for it. It was a gift. But terrible game
Narnia.
compared to the original.
The original Narnia.
I'm basing it on the original, and the original is so much better
And
than
then
this.
I got my last game as well, George. Which, you know, solid game. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. That
Classic.
should be a
Let me see if I can.
decent
Let me see if I can sneak in behind the camera and.
But yeah, guys, that's some games that we thought we'd discuss.
Hold
It's
on.
kind of fun.
Hang on. No, I can't.
We'll call this section What We Bought Last Tuesday.
So I have a little bit more news, and then
That's what we can start doing if if we don't have anything to talk about. We can we'll just come up with something on the spot.
we'll just show some Pokemon cards. Like, oh, look
Next
at
week we
this.
might just randomly start doing Fortnite dances on video. No, that won't happen.
Oh, I did mention I also have Mario Kart and something else. I don't know.
You must have Wii Sports, George. You have Wii Sports. You
Oh,
let
hell
us
yeah,
down,
Wii
man,
Sports
if you
is a
don't have
great
Wii
game.
Sports, you know what's funny? Me and my brother actually got back into the classic games because he made me because he wanted to collect the cards, so I decided to collect them as well on PS3. And I went to a lot of charity shops because that's where you normally find these PS3 games. And I found Call of Duty Ghost for £1, Black Ops for £1, Modern Warfare 2 for like £1.50, and World at War for £1. So £4.50 or a £5.
World
all
at
the
War
cards, yeah. My
is
brother was looking for them on
hands
Xbox,
down.
and all he found was Xbox, the sports version.
Yeah.
Xbox Connect Sports. That's all they found for Xbox. All they found for the Xbox
This
was Connect Sports.
Is my favorite Call of Duty.
Yeah, I just went back and bought
Ever.
that, George. Apparently the online's
It's so
pretty good
good.
as well. Hey Abby, we've just been discussing all
The
all games.
online used to be really good back in the day.
It's still pretty good, but I've not played it. My brother said it's good for sniping.
Yeah, the snipers were really good. Like you could body shot them and still get one hit.
You know what?
So-
One of my series I wanted to do, George. I don't know whether you're totally up for this or not. Try and Prestige Master on the original cards.
I don't know if you can on the
No,
original.
hell-
The original.
You can. Well, not Master, but you can get to like 15 Prestige on like Black Ops and World at War and all those. But
Oh, yeah,
I
I'm
spent
on
a
Black
lot
Ops and
of
World at War.
time playing those original games.
Not only that, but the issue with them is that you can't really get into too many games. A lot of the games are
The
all
issue
like.
I've had is it's really hard because we're so used to having these fast-paced games, and when you shoot someone, it's like you have to pre-aim, like you have to pre-shoot 5 seconds before. It's really weird because the controller doesn't match with the game. It's really off sync.
I mean, with World
of
of War, there are no lobbies running when I last went on, and that was like maybe half a year ago. So it's tricky to get into a game on World of War.
I know what this is, and I'm so excited to open it. Let's go! Right, so this is
Let's go! What the hell was that? Is that Abby?
What is that, Abby? What do you mean you love these? These sweet packs? Abby sending me some random TikTok.
Some cherries?
Yeah.
Way to interrupt our podcast, Abby. God.
If I get copyrighted by the person.
So I'm gonna run my on this day section of the
Oh,
podcast. real
George,
quick.
I just realised a business opportunity for you.
What?
We can do classic trash game mystery boxes.
So I just have get rid of all of these.
Instead of like, what, £15 a box, 20 quid a box. To be honest,
Yeah, just
it's
one
actually
game, peel the
worth it,
sticker
though,
off, you'd
because
be
some of these
fine.
games are actually really rare. That's the thing. But they're
Yeah.
in mint condition though. I've actually become
Okay, on
obsessed
this
with
day-
this TikTok guy who just does mystery boxes on classic stuff. So like 1 week he'll do a mystery box on like Power Ranger, put all the classic Power Rangers, the nostalgia, and then he'll do one on
Yeah.
like, I think he did Rugrats one where he had all the Rugrats videos and everything. Oh my god, it's all nostalgic. Why do you have to bring that in every podcast, George? Why does that have to be a thing?
What?
Abby said, "Shut up, George."
No, fight me. 1v1
You
me.
shut up, Abby. You haven't even liked the stream.
You can't even see this. The light's too bad. Anyway, on this day,
Abby doesn't even like the streams anymore.
34 years ago, which is a long time ago. That was 87, I think. Legend of Zelda 2 came out on the Famicom system.
I never knew Legend of Zelda was that old, to be honest.
Legend of Zelda is 50 years old, or 25.
No,
And then
we're not calling our kid George.
It was 25 a couple of years ago.
Do you want George to turn out? Do you want our kids to turn out like George? I need said you want George.
Gang,
to
gang,
turn out
gang,
like
gang, 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 gang. And that game was called Link No Boken, and that was released only in Japan. And then a couple of years later, it came out
never
as The
heard of it,
Adventures of
George.
Link.
Oh,
Hmm?
Is that Legend of Zelda again? I can't even speak. Is that Legend of Zelda game?
Yeah,
Link
yeah.
No Bunk.
Link No Boken. So it's The
Oh,
Adventures of Link
fucking
in
hell.
English.
Why do so many Japanese things transition into our culture?
I mean, they have a huge. Hey,
everything.
Dubsy. They have a huge
Hey Dubsy.
technological.
Dubsy,
Like,
did you just
prowess.
miss the whole PS2 show and tell section? Oh my god.
Dubsy, you'd have to go
You
back and
missed
watch it on
such a
Channel
good-
4+1.
You missed such a good period in the video. It's like 30 minutes of me and George just showing random ass games in the last 30 years.
18 years ago, The Sims released on PlayStation. How do you know how long ago 18 years was? 2003. That does not feel like 18 years to me. Time flows weirdly when you get to our age.
What did you say? 2003, George?
Yeah, 18 years ago that was. 18 years.
To me, I don't feel like I'm 23.
No,
I
me
still
neither.
feel like a kid. It's so weird when you pass 18. Like, time just goes so quick. Is it just me that
Should I
thinks
tell
Sony
you
should release more
what-
games for old consoles like PS2?
They would, but all the
To be honest,
technology's
I think
dead.
they should remaster them. And the reason we
Yeah,
don't
they
get any
remastered them
PS2
instead.
style games on the PS4 is because online's kind of killed it. Because everyone just plays online games and battle royales. And
Apart
things
from
that.
like really famous
You know.
games like Sonic and Spyro and those kind of things are the only ones that get
Storyline
remastered.
games that just don't really happen very often anymore. I mean, I know we
Okay,
had
so-
an Incredibles 2, and like sometimes you'll get those games, but not very often. Hey, Mr. Place Up. If you
So
just
do you know what
joined
came
us,
out
make
7
sure to
years
go back
ago?
about 20 minutes because you've missed some good stuff there.
7 years ago, which was 2014, Assassin's Creed Liberation. Did you ever play it?
That's one I haven't played. Isn't that like the story bit? That's like the story bit of number 1, isn't it? That like it's an add-on, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in fact, no,
It
I don't
wasn't-
think it
it
is. I
wasn't
think
great.
that was wasn't that the PSP version of Assassin's Creed?
I don't know. All I know is it wasn't a great game.
Have you played it?
I remember. I didn't play Liberation. I played 2014 with
It's an add-on
the
one.
PS3, right?
I've got all the Assassin's Creed and I really need to play them, but I don't think it's having to happen now. But I did buy them all like last year, I think around this time. I spent like 50
Yeah,
pounds buying them all 'cause they're on sale. Need to get round to them.
Did you write any recommendations down, or am I going to have to carry the whole stream here?
No, George. Well, I had all these things planned, but they're all in my browser, and I can't click off because then your face disappears. You know, so
Okay,
what can you do?
so my TV recommendation for you all on this section of Netflix and Spill. I can't think of
I
anything better at the
recommend
minute.
Cobra Kai, everyone.
Cobra Kai, I've
Didn't
still
I
got to watch it.
recommend
It
that
looks
last
really
week?
good though.
Let's keep recommending the same thing every week.
My one is American Gods, even though it started like it's
I do have a
way
recommendation.
late.
I think everyone watching now, if you're under the age of like 20 and you've not watched Rocky, I think just go back and watch all the Rocky films because that is the best, probably one of the best franchises of all time, in my opinion. It's one of my favourite.
Not in my opinion, but
my
in your
favourite
opinion, it
films.
is, yeah.
It's just everything about it, George. You know the backstory to that as well. Also, Sylvester Stallone was on the streets, didn't have like a penny to his name. Wrote a script after watching the Muhammad Ali fight. He had to sell his dog. He was that poor, and he went to a studio and says, "I'll sell you this film, but I want to act in it." And they said 200 grand, but we want to hire another actor, a more famous actor. And he turned it down. And he went to another studio who offered him a lot less money, and he went with it. And then the film ended up becoming like a critical success. I think it like got a BAFTA or something, or Emmy Award.
Enemy. It
Right.
wouldn't be a BAFTA because BAFTA's
Well, it got a lot of awards basically,
TV.
and it made a crap ton of money, and hence why they made like
It's gonna
50
be
of them.
film and TV.
And
Ignore
the
BAFTA's
story
TV and
is
film.
like the story is about like the underdog and going from nothing to like winning, and he's like a normal person.
Rocky is a boxing film.
and also
It's good. It
the
is
same
good, TJ.
director-
I won't deny it's great.
the same director also made The Karate Kid, by the way, which is another one of my favourite series. So if you guys want to check that out, what is your favourite Rocky then, George? I'll tell you number
I think
four.
I've only ever seen the second one.
Number 4 is a really good one. You're missing out, George, because 3 and 4 are really, really good. They're all really good, but 3 and 4 are amazing. They're so good, in
Well,
fact, George, I
since
have them like 14 times on DVD. I got the Blu-ray box set, I got the normal box set, and I got them all in singles and double box set. And I also have number 4 again, so. But then I have the Karate Kid 3 times as well. But that's
So-
going off
so
the
for
fan,
my
George. Everyone
one-
go and watch Rocky.
For my film one, I put Spider-Man Spider-Verse only because that originally came out on Netflix.
Riley, Spider-Verse is amazing. I wasn't gonna watch it because I was thinking, it's a kids, it's cartoon. But I watched it and I actually really, really enjoyed it. I really.
The animation style is really good.
I'm
It's
way under the age of 20.
incredible.
But I know what Rocky is. Yeah, but I don't know what Rocky is.
Dubsy, you want to watch it? It's good, but
It's a classic film.
it's filmmaking's come a long way since then.
I'm only 13,
But
but
it is
I've
a
played
great
all
film.
games and watch all the Rockies. Now, TJ, tell me your opinion. See, this is like a man after, what did I say? A man after my own heart. Something. What did I say, George?
That
A
is
man
the
in my own
same.
image. TJ, just like
That's
me,
not
man.
the saying.
Oh, it's the saying, George.
Man after my own heart is what you said. Could you do the South Park game? The issue with that
The
is
South Park game, Fractured But Whole. I do have it, but I don't think that's YouTube friendly, especially for my audience.
YouTube are really like picky about
Maybe we'll do it on
Content.
Twitch.
like that.
Because we don't give a
Twitch
crap
or
about on
Facebook.
Twitch now.
So I have a musical recommendation for you all.
Is this a
Pac-Man
musical
by
film?
Gorillaz. I basically always recommend a Gorillaz song because I love Gorillaz. And Go Back, I Want to Be Monkey.
Let me just get my Spotify
Pac-Man
playlist open and I
Gorillaz.
can recommend a song from there.
Hell yeah. So it's good. It's got a nice catchy beat to it. Compared
It's
like
almost like we haven't planned anything for this podcast, George.
I mean we have though, is the real thing. Like I've got questions.
Well, you have. I'm going to recommend Mood by 24 Karat Golden and Ian Dior. So, George, I want you to write that.
I don't know who any of these are.
Recommendation for you.
So with Pac-Man, I think it's Schoolboy Q does a rap at the end of it. It's a really catchy, like earwormy song. I think chat will like it a lot.
Okay.
And my recommendation for a game, I've gone with a classic one that I've got here, and it is Spyro Year of the Dragon. Such a good game. Don't do this to me.
Around George.
I knew it.
So, any other recommendations?
The issue with that
Didn't we
place
just
up
recommend,
is
like, 50
most
old
of
games?
Shed's audience are kids.
I do have the game now, and I've had it for a while, and I was meaning to play it. Now, I did consider playing it on the YouTube, but then I realised there's kind of a few edgy, dark humour jokes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of...
And especially with your audience being mostly young adults and kids, that is not the content that needs to be on your channel yet.
I've got so many other games that I'm interested in playing. South Park Fractured But Whole would probably be at the bottom of the list. That'd probably be something I'll play, like with a friend or to have a laugh.
Yeah.
On my own, because it's not really suitable for YouTube. Well, I mean,
Yeah. Neither of the South Park games are.
you can do it, but I'm not gonna. Maybe the PS1 version. No, I don't. In fact, I don't know. I still feel like that's a bit edgy.
It's a problem with games that have the.
That is South Park, though,
Look
isn't
at
it?
the kids'
You know what I
game.
mean?
It's got the look as if it's made for kids, but with the humor that is very clearly adult, and it crosses. It's a bit spooky with the boundaries like that. Yeah, it's funny, but there are
Yeah.
plenty of other people that have done it on YouTube before. It's
Just go and watch one of them, mate.
yeah.
The thing is, I don't know what I'd say in reaction to the game either. COD.
Mm.
The CODs are going to come, Dubsy. Maybe from 1 all the way up to the newest COD, so don't worry about
So
that.
when we get to World of War is when I'll probably join in, and it'll be
Well,
World
at the
of War.
moment, obviously, me and George, we're focusing on Fortnite right now because we seem to be doing quite well from it. You know.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the issues with South Park. It is a...
Stuff
I
like
wouldn't
South Park,
say
yeah,
racist. It's pushing the boundaries.
No, there is some. I think there is some racist elements in there that are being controversial, which is one of the reasons I've not played it because I don't really agree with it.
Yeah, and I mean, especially with YouTube being this place for mostly kids. I mean, I say this in like the loosest term, but YouTube are really strict on.
I think there was something to do with like when you picked a certain character, if there was a certain skin color, they would say certain things, and they. Oh, I know what it was. There was a really controversial thing in South Park Fractured But Whole, where if you played as a black character or a female character, you would get considerably lower pay. You get less coins in the game.
Yeah.
You know
which
that?
which is like a social commentary. Like that is a thing that happens in real life.
Yeah,
But
reaction videos.
for creating a channel or creating
Potentially,
a
reaction videos, it's quite easy to do now. To be honest, never have everything set up.
could you do a reacting video?
What if me and George?
Well, I mean, even
reacted
then, it
together?
wasn't okay in the times. Like that is something that racists use
What are you doing in the
to.
Fortnite stream tomorrow? It's going to be the same sort of like, what would you call it, George? Same sort of routine, because it seems to be working. I'm having fun doing it. There's a lot of griefers and it is annoying, but
Stressful.
yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna go bold,
this is
but
the least stressful kind of video that we do on the channel.
yeah. TJ, I mean, you say that it was okay in the times and that, but that excuse
Shouldn't have been.
never works. I mean, that's something that people who don't want to admit that they've been racist in the past is how they say that. Like, that is how they would skirt the responsibility of their actions.
Why are you saying skirt, George?
Skirt, as in like skirt around to the problem. Like, that is a phrase. I'm not making it up. Don't worry.
Well, it's like Andrew keeps saying. He keeps saying stuff like that. You know, like he's from Manchester now. He's hanging around with all these people, like random people. He keeps saying weird stuff. I think he keeps saying, "That's fit, mate," and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's localized sayings that me living not in Birmingham anymore and you being Brummy based, we've got very different localized colloquialisms.
Dublin just said hello. By the way, guys, with the shout out video, I might have to push that back a week. I do apologise, but I need to actually film it and pick the winners.
What's the issue?
Well, I need to get someone to edit it, and I haven't spoke to Carl in a while because he said his granddad passed away recently, I think. And I also need to film it and pick the winners and stuff because I mean there's so many Fortnite streams that takes a long push in one day. So
yeah, I mean the amount of times you're playing it now compared to how when we used to stream, like we specifically picked days to do longer streams and stuff. But it's
yeah, but you know, if
Java
the
every
streams
day,
are doing well, I'll make the effort. For both of you, Minecraft, Java, or Bedrock? For me, Bedrock, but Java has more stuff.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
it wasn't okay back in the day. They couldn't even fight back, so it was kind of forced to happen at the time because nobody could do anything about it. Yeah, it's never okay, to be honest. Another good recommendation, as we're on the subject, is Umbrella Academy. That is a brilliant series. I love that.
UA
I've
is
been watching in 2 seasons.
Yeah, I do as well.
Everyone
I really
told me to
like
watch
the
it,
guy.
and I
like Klaus.
Yeah, but he's good enough, isn't he? He was in Misfits. But they deal with the issue of racism because the female character who's actually born in 2000 or whatever.
Modern days, yeah.
Born in modern day. But she ends up going back and then she ends up part of the black protests in the 50s and stuff. So it's
yeah,
really
with Malcolm X and
quite realistic the way they do it as well.
Yeah, I mean it was a
Rocky.
real subtle way of doing it as well. It wasn't.
Could you go to Texas and prank Rocky and just look through his window, and he just sees you with an come on, play song.
The issue that we've got is we're both white, so we're us saying stuff about racism. We don't know how it feels. We don't know how it
Yeah.
affects people. Really, we just know it's stupid and you should never do it. And I mean, the fact that it has to be said still, especially with the fucking. I'm gonna get angry. I'm gonna say a couple of swear words. Just bear with me a second. The little orange prick who was previously president. The fact that he stirred up such a racial controversy in a predominantly mixed race country.
We did say no politics, you know, George.
I know, but man, that Cheeto is annoying.
Yeah. Well, he's ruined everything, hasn't he? Because he's like completely ruined the system because he's got all these supporters. I think he's like a god, and they're going and protesting against like, you know, basically how it's been done for years, American society. You know.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not even that. It's just that, like the fact that the police are kind of on his side as well makes it scary. Like the fact that they're armed militia.
Do you think the
able to
impeachment will go
basically
through
walk.
when it's only got 10 days left?
It went through already.
Yeah, but has it counted? Is he gone? Or...
Yeah, it went for yesterday. Or
Yeah,
today.
He can,
Impeached twice.
yeah, but he can...
The impeaching doing nothing unless they choose to.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he can put it in the bill, and he has to go through like court and stuff. It's pointless putting that through now when it can be gone. Into
Yeah, I mean it's the same with Twitter and all these people standing up for him now because they know his term's over.
George is looking
And
cute. What about me?
I'm looking wide. I'm
What about
wide.
me, Rocky? I'm not looking cute. You know, I'm sick of this, George. George is looking cute.
Oh no, he's making
Rocky,
me wide.
you just missed like all the good stuff in the stream. We just went through all the classic PS2 games, bro. So you might want to go back. I love that I got the power to do that. Hey, Rocky.
Wide boy.
Rocky, Benji didn't get back to us in time, so we couldn't have Benji on. Kind of sad, really. George prepared so many questions. Might have him on next week, we'll see. But, you know, if he can't make it next week, then I don't know.
You know, we'll just have to work with what we're doing. It's not like
Welcome back, Abby.
it's not like we're pushing a huge audience, is it? To be honest.
Yeah, but it is nice because, if anything, this is also good for me to look back on. Like, I'm kind of doing these myself as well because in like 5 years, me and you can have these and laugh our head off. Like that video my brother sent in earlier. That is quite funny, actually. Let me just have another.
Well, yeah, because I mean that we've learned to sort of just move on from whatever Andrew says.
He made his friend buy an Xbox off him for like 200 quid that didn't work and didn't give him the money back.
Jesus Christ.
So,
Man's an ass.
all these
Anyway,
Skyrim.
That's what this made That is quite good, George. I don't know where that happened.
It happened because I was so dead set
You've
on
gotta
talking
make
about
that
Skyrim.
like a donation sound or something.
I just love Skyrim.
What was that?
I'm sorry. Oh, you just got fan?
Oh no,
What?
no.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
the
gold.
subscriptions are coming through. No, Streamlabs, why are you doing this now? In the middle of a podcast.
Hey, wait, is this all of your subscriptions?
Oh god. Anyway, George. It looks like
Oh
the
my
podcast is doing
God.
incredibly well.
Streamlabs has finally decided to roll the
Yeah, Streamlabs
subscription.
been rolling through all the subscriptions now. George, you might have to start these a bit earlier in future because it seems nearly to 10 o'clock they seem to do this, apparently. Oh my god.
Is that just from today? Is that just your today's subs?
Yep.
Cool. I can't get mine to work. I think
Well, we
they
hit
have to.
2,100, George, did I tell you?
No, but I saw it on your thing.
It's going to keep popping up now. It's Streamlabs is bringing through all the notifications from all day, which kind of sucks. I don't know why it doesn't happen in the moment like it's freaking supposed to.
I think YouTube has a real issue with sending out notifications. I mean, you have to have your subscription be public for it to even show, which is why the last subscription I've got is Panda 2 days ago, which isn't right. Like, considering I've had
Just
so
turned
many.
it off and it's
Like,
still happening.
it's weird. YouTube have never been good on alerts and
Yeah.
notifications and stuff. Especially in the past with the alert boxes and the sub boxes just not working.
Have we got any more news, George?
No, I'm out. I'm out of everything. What about you?
I'm just thinking if there's anything else we can do.
Any
Well,
Q&As?
recent DVD buys, guys. I've just bought Arrow 1 to 7. And I also bought the
They
Pacific.
did 7
The
seasons.
Pacific. No, they made 8, George. I have to go and buy the one. I also bought that one as well. I also bought Krypton and Pennyworth. But I'm not getting around to watching any of these. I don't know why I keep buying stuff. I bought the Pacific. I started watching that. It's supposed to be good, but I did fall asleep. But it was quite late. And I also bought Band of Brothers. Any good, George? You got anything to add to that?
No, I've got no time for any of those.
How long have we been streaming for now? Should we get some questions? Let's get some
Hour
questions
and
to wrap
40.
it up.
We've got 10 minutes to kill.
If there's anyone still watching, you want to ask me and George any questions? An hour and 40 minutes, Jesus.
Yep.
You want to ask me and George any questions, then go ahead. While we're here for the next 10 minutes.
Yep, we're doing a 10 minute just chilling out session.
Now, what is Abby sending me on Snapchat now? Oh, it's a dog. That's Abby's dog, guys. I don't know what he's doing, so I probably shouldn't.
We don't want to know what he's doing, man. This is not PG.
I can't believe I just shared that.
Have you done any art recently? This is me fishing for conversation.
Yeah. The other day I started drawing. It's getting really excited, George. I think I got my sketchbook here.
Okay, I've got mine here as well.
My latest piece of art. I'm trying to get back into sketching. You know, sketching some interesting stuff that I think. So, I've started sketching it. It's not finished, but it is a pine cone.
Nice.
I'm just practicing, you know. Not quite there yet. This is just your opportunity to show that old artwork, isn't it? That you found in the attic or whatever.
Oh no, this is stuff I did on stream.
Oh, the time you said you couldn't stream because you had a headache.
Oh yeah, I did have a headache. I couldn't sit and listen to kids arguing about women. You starting yet? You starting yet? Start.
No one's asked me that today. Because I thought you just showing a cute video of your dog. Well, that's in the podcast.
That's staying there forever now.
You know what though? I do actually like to rewatch these episodes. I'm kind of sad like that.
Yeah, same.
The last one with Rocky last week, and the first one, I watched probably almost the whole thing back, just listening to me and you talk.
Okay.
It's kind of weird. It's like us being in a chat and having a conversation.
Let me see if I've got any questions on Twitter.
It actually sounds more interesting when I listen to it back because
it
I
does
feel like I
you're
listen to you
thinking
more
about it.
as well, George, when I rewatch it.
Wow, it's almost like he doesn't listen to me in the first place.
No,
Who
because
knew?
when I'm on here, I'm always trying to think of something to say or something to do. That's why the whole PS2 show and tell thing come along. I don't know how that happened. But we could potentially do a show and tell every stream, but we need to be careful, obviously, what we show and tell. But, you know.
I have nothing else to show. I've been through my entire collection of everything.
Next stream, George.
All I've got now is a collection of broken
just
consoles.
don't,
which is
pull your pants down or anything. Show it down.
my collection of broken consoles, of my exploded PS4 and my broken PS2.
Card show and tell. I could do Doctor Who.
I haven't got many. You'd have to do most of it. What's the best thing I've drawn? Let me see. I've got so many sketchbooks.
I want to do videos of my old sketchbooks from like A levels and videos of work from uni and stuff, but it's just a lot of effort. But I will end up doing it, I think.
I mean, the thing is, you've got a camera that you can easily do like overhead shots with as well.
Well, I've got all the equipment now. I can pretty much do any YouTube video I want, but it's just getting the time and just.
The best thing that I've drawn, I don't really spend a lot of time drawing. I do like quick sketches.
I've got a question for George. How do I grow a good mustache? Hey, I've had a good mustache.
I don't know, man.
You
think I don't know?
I'll tell you what you do, bro. You get rid of it.
You keep shaving it until it grows stronger.
Which is what George had to do, because for the last 5 years, George had no face hair. It's just suddenly popped up.
Which is why I'm excited to have this disgusting slug.
It doesn't look good. You
No, I know it
what's
doesn't.
his name? What's that actor's name? Is in Derek, George.
I don't know who you mean, but I like when you said you look like the actor. In my head, I was like, oh yeah, I look Superman getting his mustache digitally
Superman.
removed.
Yeah, kind of. I'll show you what you look like if I can get.
I've got some sketchbooks somewhere. I went through them the other day on stream. But I've since tidied.
If you grow it out a bit more, George, you could look like this guy.
Hello, Elon Musk.
Joel Wilkinson.
I did not look like Carl. I know you said
Joel
Pilkington.
Wilkinson. No, maybe this guy then. Also from Derek. You just got to grow it a little bit more and like get the hair down.
You son of a gun. Why I oughta?
Let me see if I actually look like Elon Musk, George.
You do a little bit.
I get it so often, everywhere I go. It's kind of good though, because like, you know, it's a good quality to have to look like the richest man in the world, eh? You know what I mean?
I suppose. I can't find my favourite sketch. Oh no, I can.
Guys, that's a picture I took last time I was photographed by the press.
Every time I'm photographed by the press, I just stick a picture of Elon next to me.
You see?
It does look like old Elon, like fat
If I
Elon.
face this side. What do you mean, fat Elon? Elon's put on more weight recently, not before, George. He still looks the same. I'll get a
Twins.
picture of Elon Musk in 2021. Just for, you know. I think I actually
the
look
problem
more
that
like
I've got
him.
is I don't like to draw. I
Is
prefer
this anything
to
do
go
with
in
Elon
with
Musk,
paint.
George? Because I thought we was on the same subject, yeah.
Huh?
We need to do a stream where we actually talk about like scientific developments and actually be smart rather than talking about gaming and random crap. Find random.
Scientific
Like, I
developments.
want to
Alright,
talk about going to Mars and
burgers.
stuff, George, on these podcasts.
Okay. That looks like you. I can't believe you got.
really old in that one.
Abby, the thing is, I don't like to draw. Like, I prefer to make things in 3D
Oh
or
my god, twins.
paint. But all my paintings are over there. But they're stencils
Oh my
rather
god,
than
is Elon Musk the richest man in the world?
freehands.
If you still haven't liked the stream, Abby,
Now is the time. You have 4 minutes left of the stream, everybody.
George, we're going to stream for another hour, bro. What are you talking about? Scientific stuff.
You nerdy, nobody cares. Have you
Some
seen
people
us?
might care.
I've got glasses, and he wants to talk about Mars, and he's going to live on Mars and build a tunnel
I'm
under
not
the
going to
road.
live on Mars.
That's Elon.
It depends how much Abby annoys me. So I'm moving to Mars, you know. But I'm thinking, like, if 6 people consistently watch this stream today, then I think we could pretty much talk about anything. We could review toilet products, and we'd still get the views. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a
passing
big
those
fan
up
of
successfully.
Blue and Toilet Duck.
Next week, guys, we're gonna get the toilet rolls out and review different brands.
Bubsy, do you have any questions for us?
Should we do a taste test, George? How about like
I'll have the Dettol. You can have
not bleach, George, you idiot. I'm talking about how about we get like supermarket beans and like cheap beans and test them.
I don't like
Supermarket
beans.
digestives and expensive digestives and test them. I watched one podcast where they was testing weird things that people on digestives. Some people put margarine on them and olives.
Yeah,
and
people are weird like that.
So we could actually test.
I mean,
them.
olives
don't
and that
like
makes
anything,
sense because
so-
you use them as like
Other way round. Oh, he likes from the beginning. Yeah. George is funny. What about me? Why is every
Yeah, you're
time I
useless.
do this on my channel, everyone compliments George. No one says anything about me.
because I'm cute.
I'm bringing it out.
You can make a stream when it's a lesson. I mean, yeah, well, when we get to teacher mode, you don't want to know. We could do easily like an art lesson. Like, that is something we could easily
can't
do. I've
draw,
got the
George.
setup for it.
You can't draw.
We could do a colour along. Why have you made me so small?
Everyone keeps
Hello?
complimenting you.
Hello? Help me!
Because you have young viewers, you should honestly make a stream and it's a lesson. Maybe.
I mean,
I
we
can
could.
do a drawing
That's what I'm
lesson
saying. We
for
could
you.
do art lessons.
I mean,
but
we've already done art on the channel like that. It does
Yeah, but not live. We've not done live art. Live art is a lot of fun.
I have done live art, George.
No, but not like painting.
What do you mean?
What? Streamlining. Why? Like,
No, guys,
imagine
that's not the end of the stream, I'll just
like a painting stream where we just set up an
You know,
easel in the
none of us can
background and
paint,
just go at
George.
it.
do an impression of each other. Oh, I can do an impression of George. Give me a second. Give me a second.
My headphones just died, so you're probably going to hear
Get rid
yourself
of them.
out of the.
What was you saying, George? You need to what?
I said my headphones just died,
So what? What's your point?
so you're going to hear an echo.
Oh, where is it? I've got the perfect thing to do an impression of George, but I've lost it.
Man's got a moustache, but you can't find
How
him.
did you know, George? How did you know, man? Ah, too bad. Yeah, we can't find it, boys. That's a rip. That's a ripperoonie-roo. That's a ripperoonie.
Anyway, time's up, I think.
Is it, George? I don't think it is.
Yeah, it's 2 hours exactly.
2 hours.
Yep.
Hello?
Man's trying to figure out how texts work or speech things work.
Yeah, it never
The
works.
thing, you can have them work on Stream Deck, by the way. You can
Right.
input.
Mine never works. What's after your face, George?
You made me long.
Why you change? You move the camera angle.
I haven't.
You have.
I haven't. That's you.
I haven't done anything.
All I did was go like this, and then suddenly my headphones died, so I was like, I can't do an impression anymore.
No, it's probably because you took the headphones off, but now you look like a single parent or something. Like a single
I look like
mother.
a single mum.
Oh, anyway, guys, this has been a thing. Shedcast
This has been a
episode
hectic
3.
situation.
I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I'll probably watch it back in a couple of years, you know. So if you're watching this, future Shed, how you doing? You're awesome. Big myself up. But yeah, I can't do the impression of it because I've lost the moustache. You know, not my moustache that I shaved. I had a fake one. But yeah, we'll be back next week. Hopefully, we might have a guest if they decide to come on. We need to find new
If not,
guests,
we'll
George.
just-
I've got a couple of people
Yeah.
in mind. Marlon wants us to interview him, but I don't know if we get very desperate, then we might have to resort.
I mean, the problem with that is we don't. Do they even have an audience or much of a
What
life
we
story?
need
Like
is
12, right?
we need interesting people though. Like I kind of know everything I need to know about Marlon. You know, I don't want to dig deeper into Marlon's life. I want to know
Yeah,
about.
always.
You know, the reason we interview people like Rocky is because he's got an audience and they don't get a big backstory from his videos. And a lot of the times where he talks about things, they're hidden in like 15-hour live streams. So putting it all in that accessible media is really good. So we need to find people like that. But I've messaged Kemet as well because he said last week he was interested. He's got 200,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
another YouTuber commented on my video earlier. He had 270k. Which I was surprised.
it's got to be a mix between interesting and a way for us to actually sort of get these
I would
podcasts out
just
there.
love
Especially-
this channel to actually take off and these podcasts to start getting like 10,000 views and get on Spotify. Can you imagine, George? The amount of crap that we
Plus on
talk about.
Spotify would be hideous.
Someone watching the Shedcast on their iPhone on the way to work, man. Us talking about random crap. Anyway, guys, have an awesome day or night wherever you're from. Me and George probably be back tomorrow with more Fortnite stuff. Same
Oh, yeah.
again, you know, as we've been doing for the last week or so. So have a great day. Make sure to share the Shedcast with your friends if you think they would enjoy some trashy podcast, you know.
This is our third episode now.
Stuff. Hopefully, as I said, hopefully we'll have a guest next week. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and peace out.